too.
Keep it professional.
Hey, Weinstein. Talk about that nigga was out of pocket, bro. Yo.
I'm used to the out of pocket.
Hey, that you know we live now.
We here. FatBoy.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Oh, I
Litty.
forgot. I'm not saying nothing. This all AC. Go ahead.
No. Don't you leave me out here in these streets. I don't want to be out in these streets.
Well, let me do the intro.
Yes.
What up, everybody? Now tuning in live to Seriously Not Another Podcast. This nigga just took the shot without us, but we gonna forgive him. We gonna do another one. So you're now tuning in live to Seriously Not Another Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Reddy, along with my beautiful, beautiful co-host, AC.
Yes, sir.
And we also got tonight, we got two guests tonight, because Demus ain't here tonight.
Dope.
We got we got DJ FatBoy in the building.
I'm in here, man. Let's go. Yeah.
And we also got up and coming comedian, Mr. Brandon Lawrence. Yes, sir.
Yes. Jack and Daniel.
Like it should be. Like it should be.
They will do it.
Like it should be.
You playing with that Jack, boy. Jack.
That's a different. I don't even know where you buy this Jack. What is this?
Don't
shit?
even worry about it. That's that top of the line shit, nigga.
Hey,
that's
Jack
the only way we do that.
when you ain't even know you was
slow down,
robbed.
Turbo. Hey, look.
You wake up with no wallet. You was like, where my wallet go?
All right,
Jack
yo.
Made this in they backyard.
I apologize to everybody for us starting late.
So what?
I will for sure blame that on me. Shout out to my little cousin, graduated from Culver City High. Salute.
Hey.
Shut up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
And we up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and fade this out because I don't want to take too long because
I love that beat though.
Beautiful
Nice.
co-host.
I feel like giving
She's about
balls.
to take over.
Me too.
I feel like don't
chat.
you feel like doing that though?
She about to take over. So she's about to take over.
I'm not
on
trying
my
to take
pusher.
over. I'm just, just on my job. That's a good little shot.
Take
Do
one,
you-
pass it down.
Which one of y'all niggas listening to the show
Do your job.
while we on live? Somebody got the show playing on their phone.
Somebody
Oh, you already got yours. Oh, he got
Yes,
his too.
No, I need a cup though.
You need
I
another?
Yeah, drop me
Okay.
something in there.
We getting
Oh,
shots
I'm
ready.
just pouring shots
He pouring shots.
Oh, you pouring that shot?
because it was
Okay.
all shots here. I
He
thought it
said
was
drinks on me. Drinks on me.
Drinks on
This
drinks.
is what we
Man.
drinking on in a cup straight. Oh no, you got to dry. You might
We
need
got
to
the
mix.
Jack
And
and
ain't-
the Daniel.
This right here.
This shit right here, nigga.
Hey, this shit right here, nigga. Hey, this shit might make you die, come back, die again, and then wake up and remember.
If y'all,
Like
if y'all,
this is that.
if y'all don't know that voice, that's DJ FatBoy.
It's FatBoy in the building, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all better know it.
Your mic was off at first. I had to turn your mic on.
Oh man,
My bad. I had
I'm
the
here.
phone line on.
Hey, if you didn't know, I'm here.
So yeah, man. We have a special night tonight because my beautiful co-host is she's doing her thing tonight.
Team.
You know what I'm saying?
She's here, looking gorgeous.
Oh,
wait,
wait.
you.
Hold on. We all got to take the shot. Come on, let's
Oh,
go.
take the shot.
You got
Let's
your
do
shot for us?
this.
Ew.
Or
To the guests.
salute to y'all.
To seriously not another
Salute.
podcast.
Salute.
Hey, that was a double shot. That shit burned too.
Mm.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell everybody what I just
Shit,
did.
just make you want to stretch your arms out.
I did some shit that I wasn't supposed to do.
And what was that?
What happened?
I drank that shot. But listen, we here.
Well, the two guests took they pregame shots.
That's
before-
two for me.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And you drinking out the white glass?
Yeah.
That's a double shot too.
Yeah.
That's a white glass.
That was dangerous.
Won't
You
do
see
it?
how he did that? That was sounding dangerous.
You heard that?
Anytime you hear
Sorry.
Wyatt, it's dangerous.
All right, so everybody,
I
you
done said
listening,
that.
I
Make
appreciate
sure.
Sorry,
you
white
listening.
people.
I appreciate you.
Before this podcast,
I
continues, so
appreciate
make sure
you
we say.
listening and waiting for us to start. I know we
Yes.
starting late,
Yes.
so even though we starting late, we gonna end it late. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Little
Question.
midnight issue.
I don't want to. Let's address the elephant in the room.
What is it?
Are we safe? I just heard a whole bunch of pop. I just want to make sure.
Oh, so you just gonna tell everybody, huh?
I'm from South Central,
They know
man.
we reporting live from the gutter. I'll buy this motherfucker.
Hey, look, man. We from
I'm
South
all
Central.
for the urban. I just want to make sure that I make it. No, I'm just fucking with you.
If it's shots fired, as long as it ain't in my direction, I'm always good.
That part.
That's how.
That is some.
That
I'm from
part.
South Central shit.
That's ghetto, huh?
Hey, I love it though.
Hey,
I love
they
it.
ain't go over here, man. That's
I
where
love
we
it.
at, man.
At the end of the day, when it's your time, it's your time.
It is.
We blessed
And
and highly favored in this mug.
These
Again,
brothers is
some
lost.
No
South
weapon
Central.
formed against me shall prosper.
Hallelujah.
Again, some more South
Don't
Central.
make me
LA,
go to church. Don't turn that beat back on
Go
now.
church. Put that beat on, because she
Yep.
about to give you some.
Are we going to church
I mean,
or what?
she about to give you
He
some
gonna
gospel
make
rap.
us go there.
Let's do it.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
well, I mean, hey,
But
And your boy is a gospel rapper too. And
yeah, one of the best.
you said he
If
go with
the
Tech
best.
Nine.
if
the
not
best.
the best.
You said that.
So we
I'm
got
just talking.
we got AC.
You know, okay, so let's just jump right into it. I mean, Benjamin's already in here. What's up, Benjamin Tyler?
that nigga said
Hopkins?
That nigga said we later than the Nas
peeped
release.
that.
That's funny.
But
That
he was
is
he was
hilarious.
talking about
Hey, what happened to that album?
It just dropped too.
That's what I was going to ask
I
y'all.
was
Did y'all
gonna-
hear that shit?
I didn't lit. Was it the first one on title or was because that what I heard on title? Is it the ghetto?
No.
It ain't that ghetto
It's
one.
called
It's called
Nasir, right?
Nasir.
It's, oh yeah, because I didn't hear that one. I heard the ghetto
Yeah.
one.
It
Wasn't it?
literally just dropped on Spotify.
I think today.
Well, Tidal got it earlier because I was showing B earlier, but
I didn't see it earlier. They out of pocket.
yeah,
I mean, I ain't got the right title then. I got title.
it's
I had
definitely
title.
Nasir.
Yeah, it's called Nasir.
I'm
But
on-
I only heard one song so far. I heard that Cops with the Kanye or whatever.
Was it dope?
That shit was
7
lit.
songs.
A hot 7. And
Oh,
you
He
know,
got
7.
7 songs on his album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
What's up
all
with that?
did it.
Is that the new thing?
They all did it. You know, Kanye was talking about the 7 highest, you know, the complete thing. He made Pusha do it. Daytona was crazy. I wasn't really feeling the Kanye and Cudi, but I didn't get through the first song. Listen, I'm so old school hip hop
Okay.
that it gotta be real gimmicky,
Mm.
or I can't do nothing with it. And
Well,
what
you
what
gotta
did I
hear
mean
it.
by that? What I mean by that is it gotta be some Soulja Boy crank. Oh, watch me.
Did you just ask
Oh.
yourself? Okay.
Oh,
you
you
know,
like
like,
it.
I just say,
You like
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Was we supposed to ask you, or did you just ask yourself?
I
the
want to
question?
do the ass.
Hashtag
You did
Message
that.
Man.
Nah, I missed
You
the
looked at me like
opportunity.
I was crazy. That's what-
I did. Okay. I missed it. Next
Okay.
time I got it.
Perfect. Hey, perfect.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey, I
I'm
don't even
getting-
want to talk no more. He gonna get us.
I'm getting y'all levels right. You know what I'm saying? Because you know
It's
what I'm saying.
levels to the shit.
We ain't never had a bunch of loud motherfuckers in here at one time. It was usually just two
Oh,
of us.
yeah.
You like,
You know,
turn
I'm
me
a
down.
loud-
Don't
I
turn me
gotta
down.
get it
Turn me
right.
down.
I'll
Don't turn
back it
me
up a
up.
little bit.
No,
Let me back it up.
NH, you good. Them type of mics, you got to be.
Yeah,
know,
you gotta
there.
be close. Yeah. of
All right,
course.
so AC, you gonna get us into these topics or what?
Okay. Well,
Get into
okay. So we didn't already establish that Nas is so new that niggas ain't got a chance to listen. So we gonna touch back on that next week. We gonna report back.
Tap into it right there.
I mean, it's okay. You know, we on a time schedule and
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, man. So,
But
I want to listen. Just give us a week, because you know what I'm saying. You just can't listen to a. And he taught me that.
Yeah.
He taught you can't listen to an album.
it's not
that
a rush job.
You
That's
gotta.
a lot of nuances in
It's
it.
a vibe.
You gotta
Yeah.
take your time to really dissect
a vibe.
the album.
yeah, especially when it's somebody like that that's real prolific.
I'm mad at y'all
Yeah, I
right
mean-
now
Exactly.
because I went on there earlier. Look, I wish I could show you the time.
It's
Because
on
my-
there.
His
My
mic
last-
ain't on. Turn your mic down.
My mic is
Yeah,
on.
you gotta push it down some, and then bring it closer.
Am I in?
Yes, there you
Okay,
go.
there I am.
Yes.
Okay.
What topics we
Look,
got tonight?
No, because I just was. Ooh, that's too. I just was on there. Hold on.
Okay.
Look,
So
and that's the album that I pulled up. The last album I pulled, which is called "I'm Not Ghetto" or Ghetto or
Yeah, that's definitely not it.
that's not it.
Mm-mm.
And that's what I was saying. So, and I was literally at 3:00.
Yeah, that's
4
That's
o'clock.
his practice album.
No, I don't know what it was. I don't care what it was. My thing is, why I'm the last person to hear. Exactly. No. Why am I the last person to hear about this?
okay, we gonna get back on that next week. So
Nah.
for this week,
Here we go.
did y'all see this big booty bitch that came for my nigga?
Drake.
Yes. How dare she?
Fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
I said it. Look, I
Okay, so what are you?
Yeah.
Are you on the stance of you happy for her, or you?
happy for her. What do you mean? What do you mean? How you gonna
Are
be
you
happy
saying
for
Drake
the side
shouldn't?
bitch?
Are you
What do you
saying Drake
mean?
shouldn't?
What? How dare she? be in pictures with my nigga. How dare she?
How dare she? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out your stance. I'm trying to figure out your stance.
You
from
see
it.
me stuck. I'm just trying to figure out what we doing.
I love the stuck faces.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay, so first and foremost,
it.
okay, y'all some real niggas in here. First question, is the ass real? I need to know.
Hey,
booty facts.
Far from
Yeah,
it.
Hey,
Booty
what's
facts.
so, who we talking about? Because it's so cold.
Far
Okay,
from
I'm
it.
gonna need you to be up on the current events.
It probably
You
ain't
need
though,
to
but
be
it was
up on
real
the
though.
shit.
But listen, can I say
Come
something?
on.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I don't know until I actually see it, because let me tell you something. From the side view, a lot of girls look like they got ass.
Right.
Until you get up close and you see it. Like
Facts.
I gotta see the whole.
You didn't see that Instagram video?
And you gotta touch it.
Nah,
And
You can't touch
not
it,
necessarily.
nigga.
This nigga's trying to.
You
This
ain't gonna
nigga,
be able to
again,
touch it.
whoever this
That
guy
nigga most
is.
definitely trying to be Bill Cosby.
Okay.
He trying to
You know
Bill
what?
Cosby motherfuckers out here.
Y'all not gonna be y'all not gonna make me that guy tonight.
You're not
Y'all
gonna be that guy. You're not gonna be him.
You gotta touch it.
You gotta touch it. No, you gotta touch it. Hey, that nigga was convincing as fuck. No, you gotta touch it.
You gotta touch
You gotta.
He on that. He said
No,
you gotta
but
touch
You
real
gotta
talk.
feel
You
it.
gotta.
You gotta
Hey, you
smell
got.
it.
Hey, you got.
I need to
hey,
cop a feel to know
Not
it's
too much.
real.
Hey,
You
but
gotta
you
see
did-
it though. And
you
it might
gotta
be
see
fake.
it.
I'm convinced that it's fake. But at this point, we in 2018. What's real?
Oh.
Facts.
Oh.
I
that
agree,
was, that
brother.
was, okay.
Yo.
Are you fucking What's real?
We are in the state of build a bitch. You find a chick you like
Build
and
a
you build her.
Man.
It's fucked up, but that's
There was
where we
no
at.
beer in there.
That's
Build a
exactly
bitch.
that. No,
We gonna have to get back on the build a bitch.
I'm
It
just
was
saying.
no beer.
that's
It's
where
not-
we at now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't quite agree with it. I like mine natural, but that's where we at now. You find a chick, you know what I'm saying, that look like she grew up against a wall. Her ass look like an ironing board, and you got some money, and you just invest what is it, like $5,000, or you can go down to Mexico.
Man,
They
Mexico.
go to the Dominican Republic.
Or Dominican,
Wherever
wherever they
the
go.
boss bitches go
Wherever
to the
they go.
Dominican.
And then you next thing
Because
you
they
know,
go on vacation
Or
after they
Cuba.
get their ass.
Or-
They gonna
or
stay
it's
for
an
a couple
investment.
weeks.
It's an investment. You think about it. You got
It
dudes that
is.
put money into stocks, right? If you a street nigga and you got some money and you got your little broad, you like, you know what? I'm gonna put about $3,000 in you. Go get you some ass. Go get you some titties.
That's not
Wow.
gonna get no
I
ass.
need
Is
a
that
nigga
the
that
only
just
thing he put in him?
appreciate me.
Hey, listen.
Oh,
What do you mean? What
$3
do you
grand.
mean?
Listen, $3 grand
Can a
ain't
nigga
gonna get no
invest in a
ass
tummy
nor
tuck,
no
though?
titties.
No, and they would. And
Fuck
they
an
would.
ass. Just give me a tummy tuck.
Well,
I'll be
from
satisfied.
what I
That's
hear-
10,000.
No, but what I hear is they take the fat from the stomach and,
And
then they put it in the
that,
ass.
that fat
Yeah.
transfer.
Wait. Okay, look. Let me give y'all the cheat code. Now, if you see a woman
Uh-huh.
that has this tattoo across her belly button, and it look like it's just like some abstract designs, like flowers and shit going across her
Dropping
stomach,
gems tonight.
she had a tummy tuck.
But maybe she had a
This nigga's dropping
C-section.
gems.
Nah,
That's not
nah,
true.
nah,
It
nah.
could be
what
a
a C-section
C-section.
look like.
It's tummy tuck.
It's the
I
same
know what it's-
incision.
no.
Trust me.
No,
Look,
it's not.
every
that
female.
C-section is under
Yeah.
the stomach,
Right.
in between the stomach and the pelvis.
And where's
you
the
better
tummy
stop playing.
tuck?
These ladies are
It's
getting
on the stomach.
they getting them
I think-
there.
Okay.
It's that the tattoos is there.
I
They
think,
putting
you know,
tattoos
yeah.
across there to cover up
The
they
scar.
tummy tucks. The tummy tucks.
Facts. I didn't look. You
Hey,
just
listen.
And you have
Well,
now just got game.
if
from
anybody
being
got
ready.
that care credit, call in. What's the phone number? Because a bitch need that issue.
Okay, y'all want to call in
Right,
and talk
what's
about the
the
tummy
number?
tucks and tattoos?
Care credit.
The
Niggas with 650 and
The
up.
number is 213-618-8961. If you want to call in at any time, 213-618-8961.
Hey, B, can I just throw something in for the callers if they do call in? Let's ante up the question.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2018. Is it okay for a man to get a tummy tuck?
Oh, nigga.
Kanye
Here we go.
got
Here
one.
Here comes
No,
this double
it's not
standard shit.
okay.
Here it
Kanye
comes.
got one. That's foul.
It's okay. Let me just
You
say
just-
this.
You just
Hold on,
became
I want to
foul.
hear. Let me hear. Let me
As
hear the view on it.
the only person with the vagina in the
Yeah, let me
building,
hear.
Okay.
a cootie cat.
Uh-huh.
Look,
Turn
let
my
me
face.
just say
I don't know
that
nothing about cootie cats.
real
No.
niggas don't need tummy tucks. What do you mean? You're concerned
Yeah.
about a belly? Why?
So is Drake not a real nigga?
Yeah, the tummy tuck.
Drake had his six pack
he had lipostructure.
and he had his six.
He got his
he had
abs
six-pack
together.
sculpted.
He got his
Don't ever
abs
tell me
together.
that again.
It's
That was real. What y'all just said was real.
Yeah,
he got lipostructure. Let's clarify.
He
But
got-
it's
he got-
okay because I don't fuck with Drake no more anyway.
Why?
Because Pusha T ran down on him.
Between him with that and then
Pusha
him not
T.
claiming his baby, I just can't do it. It's like,
Oh,
how much
y'all
can a
love
bitch
him.
take? I mean, how much?
Who
How much?
said he didn't claim the baby?
I tried.
He just didn't bring it out to the media. That doesn't mean he didn't claim the baby.
No,
Because
he
from what I heard,
didn't.
he
He
was
didn't claim
dropping the money.
that.
Wasn't
No,
he?
he was, but he didn't
That's what
claim
they
her.
said. But
I mean, so
Give it money and claiming
because
is
I
two
don't want
different
to bring
things.
my
That
baby
part.
into the limelight. Don't
and that's
mean,
how I felt initially. But
I think it's the big booty chick, and you just ran with it.
No,
You know
he
what? Fuck
Jewish.
him.
He didn't want
It's-
that black
you
girl.
know, I feel
Or that
like
white
I feel
girl.
like
Mhm.
I was already like feeling some type of way about the baby because I am a product of this type of fuckery. I am like a hidden child myself.
Wait. Hold
Oh,
on.
shit.
Before y'all go there, I got to give a shout out to everybody.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I got to give a shout out to everybody that went to Gardena High that's listening. Let's get it. They in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gardena High in the building.
All right,
GA.
Gardena
Go
High.
get him.
Everybody
GA.
listening. There's too many names to go down the list,
What's
but
up?
goddamn it, you listening.
What was your mascot at Gardena?
We
It was
the
Panthers, right?
we was the Mohicans. Then they changed it to the Panthers.
Y'all was the last of the Mohicans?
Yeah, we were the last Mohicans till they did that
That's
bullshit
interesting.
and changed it to the Panther because the Indians was wilding. You just
Why they
mad 'cause-
gotta be wildin'? I don't want no mascot to be the fucking,
Oh, you an
Mohican?
Indian
you
too?
know. No, but I'm just saying, I don't want the mascot to be some shit like
Are you fucking kidding
the
me?
color, just some shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's derogatory. Like,
to be a Mohican.
I
They-
just feel like respect the Indian
Niggas
situation.
say that shit-
You
niggas
know
say
what
that
I'm
shit
saying?
with
Like, you
pride.
can't be
I
out
see what
here,
you're saying. You
you
can't be
know,
claiming
just
some shit you not
exploiting the
if you
Indians
ain't
and
that.
shit.
Because I
you
feel
know?
some type
Facts.
of way if we had a baseball team called the California Negroes.
Right.
Yes.
You can't exploit
Yes.
them.
It
It ain't that
it-
many
it-
of them
You'll be
anyway.
outside with a
You
with a
know?
little picket thing.
Especially
Like,
if it was owned by a
Right.
white dude. I would feel some type of way.
Yeah, that's
you'd be
nuts.
ready to
But-
kill him. You're ready to kill him if it was owned by a
Man.
white
That's
dude.
nuts.
Yeah, but if we was
Ugh.
like good, I still go to the games though.
For sure. And wear the hat.
And
That's
wear
why.
the
That's what's
accident.
wrong with niggas. Niggas
Hey,
is
by accident.
Niggas
Man, we
is
so
fucking
stupid.
hypocrites,
Hey, niggas fake care about shit. Hey,
Hey.
but listen,
Hey.
I want to know because we touched away from it. You was really about to go in about that whole you thinking Drake hit that baby.
Well, let me reiterate.
Okay.
I won't say that he hit the baby because I was actually advocating for that. Ben Ready is my witness. I was saying exactly what you said. Like, okay, maybe he just wanted to come out with it on his own time, right?
with the Adidas clothes on.
Publicly.
You know,
Come out with it
publicly. However, it's been a whole last week and a half, and niggas still ain't said shit. It's Father's Day on Sunday. Like, nigga, what?
That's
This is a perfect time to look alive, my nigga.
he don't want
If
want
that's what
everybody
you wanna
over.
do.
He want everybody
But-
over with that video though.
Which
But
one of the
meanwhile,
greatest
you
gonna be
out
some
here
of the
with big
memes?
booty bitches, like to distract us.
See, that's what I
This is
think you
America.
focused
You
on.
want to distract us, right?
But listen, what
I'm
y'all
just
have
saying.
what y'all have to understand is he played by white boy Jewish stuff. He ain't one of us, but he one of us. He like the spook that sat by the door on the white side. You get what I'm saying? Like he know exactly how to play the game, and that's why I'm sorry, and I
Are
love
you
Drake,
fucking kidding me?
but I love when Pusha came at his head. But
Yeah.
because I feel like he is one of those people that is a culture vulture.
Who's a culture vulture?
A lot of these dudes.
Gang?
Culture
I mean,
vulture.
who we talking about? Drake?
Drake.
We're talking about
culture
Drake.
vulture?
A little bit
Drake's a
on the
culture-
decent side
Drake's a culture vulture.
on the weekend.
I mean, at
On
the end of the day,
on
he's
your
from Canada.
time off.
Drake's a
but-
rapper.
Hey, Drake is not a rapper. He's a pop star. I just had this argument at the barbershop.
Well, I don't know if I agree with
hold
that.
on.
He's not a rapper?
Hold on. I tell everybody you
I don't
talking
know.
about my Drake. You talking about the Drake I like. That's
No
the
Drake.
Drake you talking
Which
about.
Drake
when
you like?
talking
Which
about-
album?
I'm talking about
Wait a minute. There's two
before
Drakes?
Take Care. I'm talking about
Before
comeback
Take
season.
Care, like
I'm
so
talking-
far gone.
They
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about
They
so
don't
far
know
gone.
about that one.
They don't talk
They
about
don't know
comeback
about
season.
that one.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
so far gone.
I'm talking about if you got bars, but I got bars, but I sing on the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
But now Drake sings Monday through Friday,
I got a question.
and then he
about that.
sings on the weekend.
I got a question.
I mean, then he raps on the weekend.
I got a
So,
question. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Next question.
Throw that question.
You're a DJ, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that's one talent
I'm
that
going to
you
play
have.
Drake. Don't do
No.
that.
I'm not about to.
No.
It has nothing to do with that. But you're a DJ and you have that one talent, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you can rap too, should you not rap because you're a DJ, right? Are you going to entertain that talent as well? And my point is, if Drake can rap and he can sing, y'all not gonna sit here and tell me when Drake get to harmonize on them songs, y'all don't be like, yo, this shit is hard, low.
Hold on. My problem is with what you just said is the last time that it was that question that you were saying, it's been 3 years ago. The last big hits of Drake, except for God's Plan, when he kind of rhyming and singing, that's not a real rap. Because we know Drake as the rapper-singer, not singer-rapper. You get what I'm saying?
We know him as the actor-rapper.
Actor-rapper-singer. And or actor-rapper. And then you came as a singer. What I'm saying is, if you're a rapper, you're a rapper. But when I say that he a pop star, everybody gets upset.
No, I'm not upset.
Or everybody be like, well, what you mean by a pop star? But what I mean by a pop star is because a pop star is he can rap, he can sing, he can do whatever.
Just because he's popular don't mean he's a pop star.
He is a pop star.
And that's what a pop star means.
Because
I think people forget that.
No,
she just said.
No, listen to me right now.
He said right now.
Hold on.
Not now, but right now.
They only say that because of Michael Jackson himself. That's
Michael Jackson was popular.
Right. But what was his genre of music?
It was a lot of shit.
No. Where did he come from? What is Michael Jackson's genre of music?
What, R&B?
R&B.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not pop.
No. But
hold on. No. Because I have to, as in this business that I'm in, I have to really correct people.
Bring it together. You're starting to lose me real quick.
Oh, no, what I mean by that is what's pop culture. Pop culture is what's popular at the time.
Right, but when Michael Jackson started with the Jackson 5, I don't even think they had a classified a pop. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Pop didn't start.
That terminology wasn't
there yet.
I don't think pop started till the 80s, right?
So where does that come from? And where does and I say that because why do we classify great music, or why do we classify the music of the time like that? It's pop culture.
Because it's popular at that time. That's what it's.
But hold on. I say that because what you call pop culture and what somebody else call pop culture is two different things. Because I might call pop culture hip hop, and you might call pop culture Katy Perry. So what's the difference?
Okay, look.
That's what I mean by the blurred lines between pop culture.
Okay, look, we getting away from Drake.
The
chick with the yammers.
No, we wasn't. It's all in the line. We talking about.
We getting away from the. Let's talk about the candy yams. Let's talk about the candy yams. Now you brought up the girl with the craziness. Yes, her shit is fake, and I followed her before she was with Drake. I was following her on Instagram. I forgot her IG name, but when I seen her, I'm like, oh, I hit Nick up like, oh, that's Whoopie Whoop. He looked like, oh yeah, that is her. She got videos online. Her ass naked too. You know what I'm saying? This is not new to Drake, and this is what my thing.
He like a little thicky.
Yeah, he do. He said
that's a little too much for me.
He said that.
This is what I was saying about Drake, and to go with what AC said.
Guaranteed there's tissue in that ass.
AC said that she was officially done with Drake. She was officially done with Drake because he was with this chick. Now, why was you officially done with him because of this chick?
She don't like competition.
It's not competition. I'm unbothered as fuck. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, if like that's your selection, and meanwhile you ain't said shit about your child, like your priorities are fucked.
Now, wait, hold on.
That's just my opinion.
Hold on, Brandon. Hold on. Now, this is my thing though. So, my thing with Drake, and I was talking to him over dinner about this.
Dinner? Which I eat? Why wasn't I invited?
This was after the graduation.
Celebration.
Okay. After the graduation. So look, this is what I'm saying. So now Drake has been known. He got a long list of females that he been seen with.
Facts. That's facts.
A long list.
That's facts.
Now my thing is with women, they can see that and still be okay with Drake doing that, and still want to let him smash and still like him, but niggas on the street can't. Just like
I don't care about none of that, bro.
I don't think that's true.
I don't care about none of that. My thing is that I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go.
Ahead. No.
My thing is that he be playing and he be jabbing at dudes at niggas. Sorry, because this ain't I'm used to be look at niggas. He be jabbing, saying you a trifling nigga, or you don't handle your responsibilities, or you a bum ass nigga. Cause
When
you
did he
don't do
say
the-
that?
He stays
What
sub.
I'm trying to figure out where you
He
heard
don't-
these
hold
things.
on.
He a
What I'm-
DJ,
he
so he
don't-
probably got some exclusive
What
shit.
I'm
'cause
saying
I've never-
is
No.
Okay, what I'm saying is
I am a Drake fan, and I don't know any of these songs.
what I'm
Hey,
yo,
please.
okay.
Quote the titles.
Okay, he may not have
Fact
said it
check.
how I'm saying it, but
Fact check.
if you listen to Drake's music,
He may not have
Drake
said it like that.
no
Are
Drake
you fucking kidding
Right.
me?
Drake
Okay,
Drake
like
does
he ain't
not-
my nigga
hold
no
on,
more,
hold
but don't
on,
do
hold on.
him though.
Hold on,
Like,
what I'm
come
saying
on.
is Drake don't spare nobody. Is what I'm saying. It ain't like he's like, yeah, I'm just so
spared
humble
Pusha T.
to
That's
be
that
here.
guy.
No, he didn't. He had his uncle spare him.
Okay, look, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop y'all because we're getting back away from.
Yeah,
from
I know. That's
Now-
another story.
So now, look, this is what I was saying. So AC said she was done with him because of his selection.
Done.
She ain't done with him.
Now why?
No,
did-
I am.
Now why did
I
it?
am.
Now why did it take
I
this?
am.
Why did it take this
He's a thought
particular?
nigga to me now.
Why did it? But he been a thought. That's the thing.
Hold on, B. Can I
Facts.
just say something? Can I just
He
say
hit your
something?
Fresh Prince.
And let's be honest. Let's have a real to real. Okay, BET Experience Awards is coming up soon.
Mhm.
I don't even know the weekend. But if you happen to be walking in the mall and somebody came up to you, be real, came up to you and was like, "Hey, my man Drake want to meet you. He's seeing you. He wants to meet you. He wants you to come out here and talk to him." Are you going outside to talk to him?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be at the BET Experience.
No,
No. That's not what I
Don't do
said.
that.
That's not what I
Right there.
said.
Answer the
Don't do
question.
that.
Answer the
That's not what I
question.
said.
But-
Wait.
We have to start there
Wait,
because that's
we
relevant.
hypothetically,
I
hypothetically.
said hypothetically, you're in the mall. It's BET weekend and Drake is in
Okay.
town, and you're in the mall,
Mhm.
and his man's coming to you and was like, "Hey, Drake's seeing you and he wants to
Oh,
meet
I'm
you."
smashing.
Get
What do you
point
mean?
proven.
But that don't mean
I'm smashing.
that don't mean I
And I'm
fuck
not
with him
mad
like
at you.
that.
Kidding me?
I'm
That don't mean
I am not either.
that don't mean I fuck with him. No,
Are you
I mean
okay? You
like
just fuck
the
him. You don't
difference
fuck with
is
him,
the
but you fuck
difference
him,
is
okay?
Drake was like, you know, like hubby status before. Now
Okay,
he's
now,
like thought status.
I'm
like
glad-
he's like on a
I
level
mean,
of
he's
future.
still-
Like,
he
he-
been the
listen.
thought. That's the whole thing.
He's
So
still
I
thought,
didn't
he's
feel like
still
he was a
thought
thought,
and
okay?
hubby status.
I get
I
it
was
now.
in denial.
I get it.
Okay,
Yep.
I
I get
wasn't
it.
Tell
ready.
him, because
I
I
get
see
it.
what you said.
I
I
wasn't
know where
ready.
you're going.
wait.
I get
What you get?
This is what I get. Okay, so, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. But you had B2K posters on your wall, didn't you?
Absolutely not. You
Okay.
tried it.
I
No.
tried it. I did.
Hey,
The reason
he
why
sent
I have-
shots
I
for
have
you.
all
Hey.
the albums on my Spotify list, but I don't have no posters.
Listen, the reason why I say
I have
that,
concert
right?
tickets, but I don't have posters.
Okay, the reason why I
I'm
say
grown.
that is because I think you looked at Drake like that. Like you had this fantasy in your mind that Drake didn't mess with no girls.
So he was the
Yeah,
perfect
Every,
they
man.
all did.
every song is heard, it was just for you.
They all did. They just thought he was
Every
he
girl
was
who
out
made
with
me
Venus
feel
for,
like
for
I was the
accident.
only
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
Every girl that was into B2K too, they thought that shit. Oh, J Bug, he's singing that song for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And that's
I
what
agree.
it was. So when you found out that Drake was messing with a girl not up to your caliber, you had a problem.
I mean, this is not the first time though. I know he fucked with Malia. I know he fucked with, you know,
Serena.
the
He fucked with-
Serena.
No, that's
I
not a
could- I could
stripper.
fuck with.
He
Serena, I could
loves
fuck with.
Hey, listen.
Stripper.
He liked
I'm
the
not
little
knocking
thickies.
Drake because I know about 1,000 niggas if they was in this position would be doing the same thing.
I'll probably be doing
you
worse.
right. And them
Probably.
niggas is thoughts, and they're not
Wouldn't you?
fucking
Yeah, I
wifey
probably would.
material.
I'll be
so
doing
I
worse
don't
than
know.
Drake.
I
I
probably
probably
would.
have 4 new babies
I
that
probably
nobody
not
know
gonna
about.
Hold on, wait, look.
I'll probably be chasing Wilt right now.
Look, Demon's the that's a part of this show that's not here. He happens to be in the chat room. He said she had Chris Cross and ABC on her wall.
Low key though, back in the day, crisscross, yes. Them
Oh,
right,
okay.
all the right on little pages.
Another
Pouring
bad
out.
creation.
Pouring the fuck out on
So
the
you're-
wall.
You like another bad creation?
Yes.
Okay, so look.
Maisha. Okay.
And he sing too.
Right.
I
you
do.
know,
And my man talking about that. He sing
FatBoy.
too.
but you know,
So-
no.
Okay, so
neither here nor there. Neither
okay,
here nor
so
there.
let me go in another direction real quick. Look, so excuse me, and how she feel about Drake is another thing that I brought up to you about how women look at guys differently with bread. Niggas with bread and that's in the limelight can get away with more
Murder.
stuff than the average nigga on the
It's
street.
not true.
Murder.
Broke niggas are winning.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me say why. Because
I'm a broke
I'll
nigga
wait.
and I probably
I'll
will
wait.
crash your
Hold on,
shit
wait.
on the lotion.
Look. Let me
On
tell
the
you why.
weekend.
Let me tell you why. Because
I'll wait.
when that romper shit was coming out, when the niggas in rompers,
Gay niggas?
All the women was like, nah, hell nah, fuck that. Niggas better not. Gucci wore a romper the other day, and it became cool. Women was like,
No.
oh yeah.
Because he Gucci and he had
No.
on clogs.
No.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that
I need
shit,
to see
bro.
the picture.
I'm gonna keep it a
let's
1,000.
define
He had on
romper.
flowers. You talking about the one he had on flowers?
The flower romper.
That was a romper?
And that
That
shit
was a
wasn't
romper.
cool.
I thought that was a two-piece. I didn't like it as a two-piece.
Whatever the fuck that shit
And that's
was,
what
it
I
wasn't
said.
cool.
You heard what I
I
said?
thought it was a two-piece,
Hey.
Jesus.
You heard what I said? I didn't like it as a two-piece.
Look.
I didn't know it was a romper.
Whatever-
It make it worse.
Look,
He got a little
whatever the
armpits.
fuck it was, the shorts was short enough to be a romper.
And
I don't know what it was, bro. I seen it here on clogged Louis Vuitton sandals that you wore
with
when
them
you
little
was
furries and on the thing.
not even 13, 7.5 when your mama made you wear them because you didn't have no sandals to go to camping.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the hell this nigga had on. I seen that picture. I was like, what the fuck is Gucci Man doing? He was a thug yesterday.
Hey, listen, if that's what money is doing to niggas,
I don't want none. I just want a little
Throw
to
the whole
maintain my
bag
family.
away. Okay,
That's it.
let me ask y'all another question. Off
Go
the
ahead.
topic of the artist. Like, let's just get back to basic ass niggas for a second.
now you talking my language.
On me, I was just why you-
nigga that
Don't do
what
that.
do you mean? What do
I was
you
gonna
mean?
say,
Do not
I was
expect
just-
much. Do
Real
not
niggas
expect much,
only.
Okay.
Okay, but
My
okay,
expectations are
so
low.
Are you fucking kidding
I don't
me?
know how many of y'all then cop the Comptonology game, but I'm just
That's
curious.
real.
Okay, I'm
Comptonopoly.
now follow whatever it's called,
That's real.
Comptonopoly, right? Now follow me.
Comptonology is a course at USC.
Oh,
Compton.
let me. I
Facts?
need to check
I'm
into
just
that.
fucking
Is that a
Comptonopoly.
fact?
No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
I was about to say,
But
if
what-
that's a fact, I'm about to go tell all my school
Right,
botanists.
USC. But what I want to know is, how do y'all feel about the fact that niggas was lined up at 6 a.m. for Comptonology, but niggas don't be lined up at 6 a.m. for nothing of relevance, like
Jordan.
jobs?
Oh, okay.
You want me to tell you
know.
something? I think that's where it starts. Niggas
I need
don't
niggas
have.
to be lined up for other shit besides Comptonology and Section 8 applications. I'm just saying.
Can
like,
I tell you
Well,
something?
Section 8, being lined up at Section 8 is pretty important.
I
Right.
mean,
It's housing.
That's pretty important. That's housing. You
but
gotta,
how long you willing to wait though,
shit.
nigga? It's
Expensive
gonna
as LA
come through
is,
like
I'm
in
willing
30
to-
years.
2 years.
Nah, not necessarily if you know how to, finagle the system, but that's a whole
Finesse.
nother topic. That's a
Finesse.
whole nother topic. But,
Look, we'll talk after. I
To-
might
to-
need that info.
hey, listen, to answer your question, though, I get it. You got to understand something about black people. And just from my perspective, we would love to be the one who got it. Like Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jordans come out, we just want to be the one to say, I got those new J's. And that game is kind of like a popular, funny thing. I didn't even know it
I
was
feel
real.
you.
So people are going to get it. And before they open the game and actually play it, they're going to post it.
I got that Comptonology.
Exactly.
Hashtag.
Just so everybody can be like, oh,
Agree.
okay. Get their little 5 seconds of fame.
But how many niggas have actually played it though? Who got the patience to actually play the shit?
Listen,
Let's
I
start
don't.
there. At
I
that
don't.
part, you just want to buy the shit to have it,
Exactly.
just like niggas be buying Jordans just to throw them in the box in the
Facts.
closet.
But look, but
like
you,
it's in the
you
collection.
also got to understand that it's a Compton thing. Like everybody's section is different, so it's like us being you from Inglewood.
Inglewood
That's the whole other
and
side.
stands
and-
up.
No, Inglewood.
That's the whole other side.
And see that's
What
the
do you mean?
that's the difference
What do you
with
mean,
us
LA?
being from LA. Us being from LA is so big that NH is so big that it's just what it is.
Don't do that.
But
my
Compton,
cousin
but
will love that
but
shit.
Compton
It
got
ain't-
Compton got his own thing, so they proud of it. If Inglewood came out with one, Inglewood would be proud of it.
Now that shit right there, because I have a job and I can stand in line at 6 a.m. because my shit's together. Nigga.
Wait. Are you insinuating that
Yep.
everybody standing
Yeah.
in line don't have a
That's
job?
exactly
Not
what you're
every,
doing.
not
That's what
everybody,
she just
but
said.
probably,
She said
probably,
most people.
probably
That's that.
75%.
You said most people.
Let's start
That's
with the
most.
fact that they only
Over-
sold it at Walmart. Like
Only-
they're going to sell Inglewoodology at Target. Let's start there.
Over
They probably
50%
won't.
is
Well,
most.
They're not going to sell that shit
That's
at
a
Walmart.
statistic.
That's because
Well-
you ain't got one, but
He
look,
tried it.
They
Wait a minute.
I mean, where else
Tried it.
where else would you sell it at? Because the Walmart is new in Compton, where the Compton swap meet used to be at.
Facts.
So that's a staple in the city of Compton.
And that's all they got.
I feel
know
like we
it's
should
not.
buy
I'm
the
lying.
game and dissect the game. Because I'm just, as y'all talking about it, I'm just trying to figure out what
We
part
gonna
of
get
Compton
one.
is Park Place and Boardwalk. That's where
Right, it's gonna be
It
like
might be-
Greenleaf.
See,
Greenleaf is boardwalk.
hold on. I feel like
I seen a dead body on Greenleaf for
But
real.
that's
Can I- hold on.
the boardwalk
Can I say
in
something?
Compton.
Dr.
I
Dre was
feel like I
singing about
just
it.
was telling somebody else. We don't know about Compton. Compton has horses. Compton has a rich black community.
Does Compton have horses or do it got Mexicans with horses?
No, they have black people with horses.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
ever, don't you ever
I'm
forget
just asking
it.
for a friend.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
no,
asking
because most of us don't know that.
Yeah.
I know.
Black people own horses
Okay.
and big
Ranches and
homes
shit. All right.
in Compton, California.
Okay.
Yeah. Big. Yeah.
That is a fact.
where
But
they
what
have a
has
horse
happened
stable.
is-
That's big ass houses there.
I don't want to go too deep.
Oh,
But
okay.
what has happened is that they make it seem like, no, we not over there, so you won't buy in over there. Because if you think we over there, you gonna buy in over there. It's gonna be like Baldwin Hills.
But my question
Or-
is
you know what I'm
why
saying?
are niggas
that a
so
bad
pressed
thing?
to stand in line for shit that's trivial? Because the game is trivial,
Because
right?
they don't
Let's
know.
be honest.
Okay, wait a second. I'm confused.
Why?
So the game is not like Monopoly?
It's just
It
like
is,
Monopoly.
but I'm
So
saying
why
it's
is it trivial?
I'm saying it's trivial as in it's not something that's gonna necessarily improve one's quality of life. Like if
Does
I'm
the
gonna
regular
stand in line,
Monopoly
I don't get in line for
improve?
anything at 6 a.m. Period.
I'm not doing it.
But
anyway.
if I'm going to get in line for some shit at 6 a.m., it's going to be something that's going to produce some revenue for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not standing
But
up at 6
you-
a.m. in line for
you're
anything
thinking from
that I got to
your-
pay for.
you're thinking
What you
from
saying?
your perspective.
Right.
Most
That's
of-
what I'm asking. I
most
want to
of-
know. Enlighten
most
me.
of
Even
our
if it was a
people-
Drake meet and greet?
Nigga.
And you
You
have to-
tried
No,
it.
he tried it.
tried it.
Fucking
That's
kidding me?
scary.
I told you I'm
That
done
ain't
with him,
wrong.
okay?
That-
Maybe a week ago, not tonight, okay?
That's bro.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. You said wait. Hypothetically speaking, you still said Drake could smash.
Yeah.
I
She
didn't
said-
say he
she
could
said-
smash. I said I would smash. You got to get that order
Listen,
correct.
B, she
the
said
order matters,
she's not
nigga.
Does
fucking
it?
with him, but
Yeah.
she will
The
fuck
order
him.
matters.
Yeah.
I don't get smashed. I smash.
You don't get smashed.
When it comes to
smashed.
thoughts, I don't
Are you
know.
fucking
But
kidding me?
that's
She don't
another
get smashed.
topic.
She smashed.
Right, that's another topic. We're digressing.
Wait, you do the smashing?
When it comes to thoughts,
You
yeah.
you strapping up?
Come on now.
Exactly.
Am
That
I
was-
strapping up?
Don't do that. Don't
First
do that,
of all,
chop.
let's start with the fact that
Chop.
I have
Don't
changed
do
my
that.
life. Okay, I have been thought free, clean and sober for a good year and a half. Like all summer 16,
Are you
like
fucking kidding me?
right. I feel like I deserve a round of applause.
You had a good run.
I had a good run.
You had a good run.
A good run getting ran. What is this? What are
Getting
y'all talking
ran.
about?
Wait a minute now. There you go with that
Wait,
order.
wait.
Running or getting ran. Let's rewind.
You was living
Now-
your
now-
life. And you know what? You was living your truth.
My best life.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Live your truth.
But neither here nor there. Like, no, I'm not going to stand in line to fuck Drake at 6 a.m. either. Like, no,
That's
if
fact.
it's not 6 p.m., it's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm
But
gonna
you
be
know
late.
what?
I would miss it.
A lot of people think that that's going to be their next step to something big. And that's the problem with our society these days.
Comptonology. It's called Comptonopoly.
Compton, now.
Constantinopoly?
Hey, listen.
It's
if
gonna be a
fun
board with
game,
it.
Listen, if it's a
I'm going to play it. We
It
just
is what
play
it
it on the
is.
show.
I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't line up. I agree. I wouldn't line up, even if it was a South Central Monopoly or South, whatever we call it now, South LA, whatever it is. I'm not going to line up at 6 a.m. for it. But if I'm happily to be in Walmart and I'm buying some soap and I say, oh, there goes that South LA game,
Right.
I might fucking buy it.
All right. That's
but I'm not,
fair.
I feel
That's
you. I'm
fair.
not going to line up. But I'm buying it just to say that I have it.
I feel you on that part. It's just the 6 a.m. piece that I'm just
I
like,
agree.
man,
I'm not doing that.
I didn't.
6
I
a.m. now?
didn't make it to community service today, and it was at 6 a.m. So I agree
nigga, why
with
do you have community service?
Because I carry
who?
guns. That's Jesus.
Oh Lord, we ain't gonna get into that. Lord have
Hey.
mercy. Lord knows I don't need another nigga to
because
carry guns.
You
Jesus.
caught me off guard because I was not supposed to say that.
That's what we do.
I am
We
a
catch people off
regular
guard. This is
citizen of the
authentic shit.
United States.
Not only do he talk it, he spark it.
I,
You know what I'm
Like it-
saying?
like
Y'all,
I
hey,
find it.
Fucking kidding me?
hey, man, no, that's
the DJ of all trades.
hey,
Yeah.
man. Hey,
Strap, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Hide your kids,
this
hide your
jockey
wife.
and saved my life.
Hey,
and I ain't talking about spinning records.
All right.
It saved my life. I wouldn't be here
Well,
without
you know
it.
what?
Hey,
I'm glad you
that's a
said
fact.
that.
Fat Boy.
DJ
The
Fat
only
Boy.
DJ that could turn tables and shit can turn fatal.
Right. that part. Hey.
Bars.
Hey, bars.
But you know what? I'm glad you said that, DJ Fat Boy, because that actually kind of goes into the next subject that I was wanting to discuss. I don't know if y'all seen this video on Facebook. It's a video on Facebook where it's like this dude. I don't know who this dude is, but he's like basically arguing that single mothers single-handedly are responsible for like ghettos being created and niggas like gangbanging and all that shit.
He's an idiot. I don't want to talk about it no more.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just playing. I'm clowning. That's single women.
Single mothers.
I would have to see the video
My
to
mother
hear
is
it
a
live.
single.
That's why I told him like it would be nice if I knew who the guests were up front, because I could have sent you the videos and shit so y'all could already be on board, and then whatever.
But just off the top, I don't know if I can say single mothers, but I've always said that women contribute a lot to the foolery that goes on in the streets. Not all of it, but a lot. Because a lot of women are intrigued by the gang banging and all
the
that
thug
stuff.
stuff.
And the thug shit.
I
Y'all
agree.
like it.
Yes, sir.
Like, can you imagine?
Yes, sir.
Why do niggas like say y'all? Women
Yes,
like
sir.
Hold on,
NC.
wait,
What y'all?
What do you mean y'all? You mean they?
No,
Oh, you're not a woman?
wait,
You're
hold
not
on
a
now.
woman.
Don't you do it?
Yeah. Hey, look now. Those that's listening live, you can go back a couple episodes and see where this is coming from.
I'm guilty.
Now, women, because women will say that they want a thug.
Facts.
Thug.
They love them.
And I brought up a topic on the show that why is it that's what they go for? Why they go for thugs and gang members when 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up a single mother dealing with one of them.
Mhm.
Meaning you dating a thug or a gang member, he's going to end up in jail,
Exactly.
or end up being killed on the streets.
I started dating thugs when I couldn't have kids no more. So
However,
I don't have those issues, but I don't look for thugs. Let's start there. Like, I feel like niggas like that have charisma. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a certain kind of charisma to convince people to like, run you their coins and all that shit like that. They're it's like a politician, like a hood politician. You know what I'm saying? Look, run the button. Look, they just looking like they waiting for more. Like,
No, I am. I'm just waiting for my turn.
But my thing is this, with regards to the subject, because I'm getting off topic as well.
No, you doing good.
I stay doing
We
that.
was going somewhere in a good
I
pocket.
just want to start with the fact that single mothers don't end up as single mothers by themselves. Like,
Nah. Wait,
obviously,
go ahead.
no. Let's be honest about the fact that there are some women who do be on that ignorant shit. Like, oh, I don't need no nigga to take care of my baby. Like, I could do this by myself. Like, I don't need him. Like, pushing them out. Like we talked about last week, the dude who was on that or the female that was on that fuckery and was married and pushed the dude out, whatever. But what I'm saying though is that to make a statement as such to say that like single women are responsible for ghettos being created, I just feel like that's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
asinine.
That's a stretch.
That's
I agree.
asinine.
Let's start with the fact that slavery is the fucking foundation of all this fuckery.
Okay.
If you really want to go there.
I'm gonna step back.
we going there.
I'm gonna step back from
We
that.
going there.
I'm gonna say Willie Lynch is the product of all of that, because when slavery was happening in the Americas, they couldn't control them, and so with Willie Lynch, they control the slaves. So it ain't the slavery; it is the doctrine of Willie Lynch.
Let me know when it's my turn, because I'm gonna go even
Do
deeper.
your thing.
Okay.
I think how ghettos came about, and you know what I'm saying, I might ruffle some feathers to the listeners
It's
right here,
okay.
but if they follow me, if they listen to my reasoning, this is what I think. I think the moment government assistance came into the black communities, I think the moment we got what's the word?
Complacent.
No. Is it integrated? Integrated.
I agree.
Oh, you're saying as far as like not segregation, but like
Integration.
See, you gotta understand something. Back in those days, in the '60s and all that stuff, yes, it was the ghetto and all that stuff like that. But my grandparents, they went out there and they went out there and bust their ass to get it.
For sure.
They went out there. It was don't get it wrong. It was some pushers and it was some pimps and all that. But for the majority part, it was a lot of people going out there busting their ass. And even if all they did was sweep in a restaurant or cook in a restaurant,
They did that.
they did their thing
Right.
to provide
Facts.
for their
that's
family.
facts.
That's a
Now,
fact.
because they had to eat. But the moment you was like, you know what? You ain't really got to sweep. We're just going to give you this much amount of money this month and stuff like that, you cool. And then it became, we got lazy. And what comes with lazy is idle time. What comes with idle time is the devil.
Yes, sir.
What comes with the devil? Bullshit.
You know what? And
ASAP.
in addition
I knew
to
you
what
was going
he
with that.
said,
Real shit.
no, that's facts. And then in addition to what he said, back in the day, the welfare system used to really like encourage women to push the man out the household. It was like, y'all seen the movie Claudine? That's like a ghetto classic. You know what I'm saying? You got to hide the fucking irons and all that shit.
Depending
Like,
on what year you was born.
James Earl Jones had to go, you know, like, I mean, so I'm just saying, like, you know, it's
Soundtrack
like,
by Curtis Mayfield.
yes, come through.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, the system is set up to encourage the black man to be removed from the family. And me being somebody who also, like, you know, usually I don't put this out there, but I used to work for DCFS, you know, and like, even then it's like, yeah, they're telling the woman like, oh, you get your kid back, but he can't be in the household, you know, or whatever. So it's like, I feel like the institutions are like creating it to where women are encouraged to remove the man from the household. So I agree with you completely about that. Because we already know, like, in order for a woman to get Medi-Cal, food stamps, any of that shit, she got to put her baby daddy on child support. What's that going to create? Arguments.
Facts.
This nigga's out of here. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I got to get on child support. Fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm not taking care of my kid. None of that.
Okay. But the dysfunctional family makes it okay when they do the stuff that they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes it okay. It goes to what you were saying, is that they really don't want you to be a real family where the woman and the man works together to make the child successful. Because I feel like if the woman and the man don't work together, the child kind of lacks. Even
And
if the
that's how
man
the
is there
ghetto is created.
and the woman ain't there, or the woman is there and the man ain't there. You need both of them, especially for black children, when the playing field is saying like, all right, if you ain't this, you not that. If you don't have a nice bike, you not a nice person. If you don't have a nice chain, you ain't cool. If you smart, you dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like it's this ideology.
Well, you know what I think, and let me just get back on to the original topic about women creating ghettos and all that. I also think women play a significant part. Can you imagine if women didn't fuck with dudes who didn't have an education, didn't have a job? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had, like, when you, an order, I mean, when I say fuck with, I mean, like, open the legs. Because let's call a spade a spade. Whenever a man talks to a woman, his ultimate goal is to have sex. You know what I mean? That might not be the only goal, but we for sure can say that's a goal. That is a goal to have sex, right?
Right.
So can you imagine if women was like concrete on that? Like, what's your GPA?
But
like,
what
I don't fuck niggas who don't have who have under a 3.0.
Okay.
If that was like concrete law, like women would not open their legs for anybody without a 3.0 and higher, how many niggas you think would be like, nigga, I'm going to school?
Okay, question with that part. I'm glad you said that.
I'm with you on that
I'm
too.
glad you
I know
said
where
that.
you're going.
Because how many niggas like that have portrayed themselves to be single, fuck these bitches,
Exactly.
and then turn out to be married, and these bitches end up single parents any fucking way.
Exactly. I think that
It's like
it's
she-
past that.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
past that.
it's so many levels to this.
This shit.
Well,
Exactly.
listen.
It's not education. It's more of self-love. All of this go back to, if I love you, if I love myself, I love you. If I can do for myself, I can do for you. Because what happened is we have became narcissistic. We don't care if it's not happening to me. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And it all tied within each other. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. Because I understand what you're saying, but most people don't care what you're saying. Because you more like me. I'm for the people, and I want to feel how you feel. But most people don't care how you feel, and that is the problem with us. That's why we can't make the next level. Because, and it go back, because it seemed like it's off topic, but it go back to what I was saying was Willie Lynch. Is we've been taught to not think that it's okay to, your problem is not my problem. But all of our problems is the same. If I'm having a struggle over here, you having a struggle over there. It's a domino theory. You get what I'm saying?
No, I do understand what you're saying. It's
May
just,
I add that
Of course.
shit is getting real and shit is getting deep. Pause.
Facts.
Shit is getting real. Shit is getting deep. Pause.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, but I just thought this was a relevant conversation to have, and especially I always appreciate the perspective of black men. You know, I look. I am a lover of black men, as we all know. It's no secret.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
He Canadian.
What? Are you gonna talk about this thing all night? You know what? You gonna have to move on. We gonna have to move on. I told you I don't fuck with Drake no more. Okay.
But you fuck him.
Fuck.
Okay.
Maybe I won't. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding
Maybe
me?
not. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know. I'm not lining up at 6 a.m. to fuck him. I know that.
Facts.
But
I'll line up at 5.
I'm done with him.
Hello.
Hey, look.
Hell
Who is
fucking
this dude again?
I knew soon as he
If
came
y'all-
in,
if
he
y'all
not
know
gonna
who
be
that
playing with.
that is the comedian Brandon
Yeah.
Lawrence
Yeah.
in the motherfucking building.
Hey, he not playing.
Look, he dill
Hey.
pickling me right now.
Brandon ain't playing. He not playing, man.
Whoa.
He came in. Hey, he came
I don't know
in.
who Dill Pickle is,
Where's
and
the
I'm not
sound
going to
effect?
touch on
Are
that.
you fucking kidding me?
She said he's dill pickling her right now. Jesus Christ.
Salty. Is that salty?
I don't know. We all know what pickles are shaped like.
Y'all tagged. He just asked
Hey,
me.
you gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax, man. Why every time somebody say pickle, somebody go homosexual?
That nigga said
That's how pickles are salty, nigga. They got vinegar and they made with cucumbers.
Man.
Don't ever forget it. Hey, look,
Fucking
and that's
kidding me?
technicalities.
And they be soaking and
That's
shit.
no, that's
They be
see.
just
Now you
marinating.
just made it go weird. See how y'all make shit go
All
weird?
day. Just
Y'all
marinate.
can't even make shit go
I'm
weird,
just staying in the
man.
jar. I'm just staying. I'm not
Hey,
coming
wait.
out. I'm just staying.
Hey, my nigga just went to extensive
Hey, detail.
details and
Crazy, man.
Said it's saucy.
That nigga said they cucumbers,
Oh,
salty,
shit.
and made with vinegar. Shout out
Y'all
to my
out of
nigga
pocket.
DJ FatBoy.
Y'all out of pocket for that
man.
shit, man.
I love it. I
That's
love
my
it.
nigga.
Oh, my God.
I love it.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
my
you know
God.
you my nigga, man.
I
Y'all
love
out
it.
of pocket for that shit.
That was funny.
You got
Y'all
another
got
topic? You got another topic? for
Y'all
us?
got-
Yes, I
good.
do. I do have another
gotta
topic.
be
So
good.
again, like on the subject, we on some conscious shit right now. Like I
Conscious.
appreciate my black men.
Hold on, real quick. Not to cut you off. And I apologize.
No, it's
I just want to. Do we
He
have any
Kanye
comments?
me, not to cut you off, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut you off.
I just
Well,
want to know what the comments are saying.
We'll go into the
chat.
chat room. Look, the chat room said, excuse me.
They kind of TD because we started late.
We got Jasmine. Jasmine said facts, AC, it began with slavery.
yes, sir.
Okay, Brandon, bringing it all together. Don't forget about white feminism.
Mm-hmm.
Lesbianism.
And
They trying to push the. That's a whole nother topic. But
hey,
all right.
Whole nother
hey, Benjamin
topic.
said dill pickle. Damn, AC. Yeah, she just got dill pickled.
So everybody knows what this is about the deal pickle. That's a new one for me.
I'm
I'm gonna start telling chicks you want to get deal pickle.
I never even like.
Get over here and get
Hey,
deal
and
pickle.
it's so fun. Hey, look, I didn't know until you said something.
You know
Like,
what?
I done read
Hey,
this shit.
matter of fact, I take that back. I'm not gonna
Deal
tell her she's gonna
pickle.
get deal pickle because in 10 years, I'm gonna get a
10.
lawsuit.
10.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, they gonna take all.
Oh,
they
my
hit that
God.
nigga for $155 million.
13 years later, they're gonna be like, Brandon Lawrence, he assaulted me. He
It was you.
deal-pickled me.
Are you fucking
It was
kidding
salty.
me?
Oh my God. Okay, y'all ready to be serious again?
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, everybody got
No
the wait.
structure.
Everybody got the dill pickle out their system.
Before I start deal
I'm not talking
Look,
no
unless this
pickles no
nigga
more.
call
Y'all out of
in.
pocket. Y'all got
Unless
me.
Yo,
this nigga
that
call
shit is
in.
funny as fuck. Are we talking about that?
About what?
Listen, sidebar. I think that shit is the most funniest shit.
What's that, my nigga?
That Jamie Foxx slapped somebody in the face with his dick.
What?
Allegedly. Y'all didn't hear about that?
Allegedly.
No.
Oh, you didn't wait. Hold
Hey,
You know
Jamie,
how I feel
hey,
about
you
dicks
didn't
and
hear about that?
faces. It's
Hello.
out. It's
He
too out.
Hey, Jamie, and listen, Jamie
nigga
been getting
savage.
money for a while
Hey,
now.
if he
Okay,
did
what do you
do
mean
it?
by somebody? Ain't he fucking with Katie Holmes now?
This is years ago.
Everybody
years
relax.
ago.
Everybody relax.
You know how I feel about
Go
that
Bring it
shit.
up.
Go ahead.
Years ago, allegedly, what is it, 13 years ago?
13
Or something
years
like
ago.
that. He dick slapped some girl, and now she, you know what I'm saying, woke up out of the coma from 13 years from being
A
dick slapped.
coma?
Well, I'm putting the extras
He must
on
have some dick on him.
Hey,
Jesus.
hey.
Anybody got a picture?
Hey.
Send it to
I said,
me,
guess what he
please.
did? He dill pickled her.
Dill pickle.
He deal
That
pickled
bitch got
her.
deal pickle.
I never ever comment
the
on the
funny
deal
shit-
pickle again.
Okay,
That's
look.
foul.
Look, this my thing. Look, this my thing. Look. how can he get in trouble for that? Like, you was down there. You wasn't standing up.
You feel me?
But slapping me in the face with it, unless like I'm with the shit.
That's assault and battery.
You're
like, what do you mean? Like, how dare you, nigga? My cheeks are sacred, nigga. You see any bumps on this motherfucker? How dare you, my nigga?
That's assault with a deadly weapon.
Hey,
Shut up.
hey, look, this is what I'm saying though. Look,
Shit's hilarious.
she look, she had to be in some sort of position to get slapped, right? So there has to be something going
She
on.
was down there.
She didn't say, like, how do you forcefully swipe slap somebody?
He must not have had no dick.
No.
Because bitches don't complain about getting slapped in the face with dick unless it's small.
No, what I visualize is maybe she went down
Right,
thinking
if
she was
it's
gonna
not
give like
not-
regular oral.
I don't know.
And she wasn't expecting this nigga just
wanna
to go
get
into
regular
full
head.
savagery. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't want her to hit her on her lips. She
You
wanted
can't
to
slap
put it
a
on her
bitch in the
Hey.
face with a soft dick.
Listen,
Okay,
let me tell you something. That is probably the
Disrespect.
most disrespectful shit
Hold
other than
on.
teabagging.
That was
Disrespect.
disrespectful. How you know it was soft? You don't know.
I'm assuming it was soft if she complained about it.
No.
Because if
She
you slap a
probably just
bitch in the
wanted some
face with
money.
a good big hard dick, it's no complaints. But if we know about it, that shit must have been soft.
Oh, shit.
So
It
what
must
you're
have been
saying?
less
Hold on.
than
Go
9
ahead.
inches.
So what you're saying is,
Go
for
get
the
her.
record,
Go get her for the record. Go
what you're
get
saying
her.
is, if a nigga got a hard dick and he slap you,
It's okay.
Look,
That's what the
I'm
fuck
not,
she
I'm
just
not
said,
talking
bro.
about me.
This
I
is
just
from her thought
chronicles.
ladies and gentlemen, this is from her Thought Chronicles a year and a half ago. This is not who she is now. A year and a half ago, it was okay if you had a
my
hard
God.
dick.
Hey,
Now
that's why I
it's
shut
not.
up.
Now
That's
it's
why
not.
I
Okay,
shut
I got
up.
you. I'm with you.
I'm not
with
even
you.
looking that way no more.
Hey,
with
hey,
you.
I
wait,
knew you
hold on,
was
wait.
going there.
Hey, Benjamin Tyler said that gives a new meaning to the term pistol whip.
Wow.
Hey, I'm about to
Hilarious.
start
But pistols
pistol
are
whipping
hard,
the
though,
shit
right?
out of y'all.
Sex pistol whip.
Hey,
start
it's
deal
a
pistoling.
sex pistol, and that's a group. I'm
Deal
rock and roll, bitch.
Okay.
You better stop playing.
Okay,
No,
so back to what you was before we got
Well, I was gonna talk about something else, but we all over the place.
before
with this
before
shit.
y'all. Hey, wait.
You
we
did that.
we wildin'.
Hold
Hey,
on,
you
look.
did
wildin'
that.
out.
Brandon just spoke truth.
Hey,
No,
let-
but that
he
shit's
just-
hilarious. I just
It's
had to
funny
say because that
as
shit is funny.
He said
as
he said
fuck.
if it was soft, you and look like
Yo,
you rather
I
be
just-
smacked with hard dick.
Hey,
That
B.
was the question.
you know
Look.
why it's funny to me? You know why it's funny to me is because I'm a deep thinker and I think about the psyche behind it. Like you have to think as you walked up to her, like I'm about to slap this bitch in the face with my dick. Like how much savagery is on
Hey.
there?
You fucking kidding me?
What's
You-
worse? What's worse? Slapping a bitch in your face with your dick or teabagging her? I honestly think
Oh no,
teabagging.
balls.
I think teabag is
balls.
always better.
That's
Right.
a whole level of
Especially
disrespect.
when you let her
Balls?
hear her nose and her lips at the same time. It's always
Balls, nigga.
It's all-
I don't want them saggy,
Time out,
draggy
time out.
motherfuckers
Okay,
on my
wait,
face.
everybody
How
relax.
dare you,
Everybody
nigga?
relax,
Are you
relax.
kidding me?
Hold on, relax.
The disrespect.
fucking lax. Look, look.
How dare
especially
you?
when it hit her lips
Because
and her nose.
hold on, look. I had a guest previous when I was doing test runs of the show of where she would say that that the balls is nothing. Like she said she done been
There's nothing
she
sexy
done been
about
she
balls.
done been gooch diving. You know what the gooch is?
That little piece
You
in
sure
between
you know what the gooch is? 'Cause
the
you
balls
don't look like you're
and
too
the-
sure about what the gooch
and the
is.
Okay,
asshole.
so the gooch is
The
right
that
under
little-
the sack. It's
Yeah.
the little area before you get
That
to
little
the
piece.
to the ass.
You gotta relax. Don't fucking touch me.
Niggas like
I'm
that
telling
issue.
you.
Excuse
Do
me.
they? Hold on. Because we just hey, why did
I'm
every
sorry.
hold on.
That's it,
Why did
that's
every man in this building look at her like she lost her fucking
ladies
mind?
and gentlemen,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, this is from
B-Ray
a
looked
year and a
at her.
half ago.
Brandon looked at her.
I got you.
I looked at her.
I got
we
you.
all looked at her
Hey,
like,
this is-
hold on. You said what?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
this is from a
B's
year and a
talking.
half ago.
Talk to him.
For the
Where's my
record,
drink?
For the record.
this is a year and a
Set it
half
straight.
You don't
ago.
have one no
Oh,
more.
shit. Hey,
This is not who she
Wait,
is
hey,
anymore. We
wait,
don't need y'all
hey,
calling
wait.
up on the
Hold
line.
on, look.
you said some shit that was
Wait,
not
time out,
appropriate.
time out. Now, time the fuck out.
He the moderator.
If anybody want to understand why I looked at her, you have to know where I came from
Yes. This is
when I was doing the pork chop and applesauce
yes.
show. There's
It's
an episode.
history to this shit.
There was an episode where she was on 2 episodes. I'm not gonna talk about it.
You can.
No, please, we need to know. Don't do it.
Oh, don't knock on.
Okay,
B.
well, fuck it
Tell
then.
him. Tell
Okay,
him, B.
Fuck it.
okay,
Shit.
well, on the pork chop and applesauce show, I think the question was, I was asking the room. I said, "What is the freakiest shit you ever done or did?" Something similar to like something
And
similar
a
like that.
bitch said hit the gooch.
Well, it was
It was close to hit the gooch.
It was
Because
it was
that's
past,
bro.
somebody
That's-
hit the ass.
it was past the gooch.
Oh, you hit the ass.
Oh, she
Oh,
hit
you a
the
real
cheeks.
one. Oh my God, you're a real one.
What the?
You are a real one. You a real one. Hey,
Fucking kidding me?
She like tofu.
hey, listen. And I'm just gonna assume
I
this
was
was
like
like
that shit
this.
is soft.
I'm gonna assume that this was
It's soft.
a year and a
I
half
don't fuck
ago
with that.
when you said in your thigh era. This is
That was before summer 16. That was like 2011.
oh, you was on that shit before we even called it groceries.
That was my fiance. That
she
my,
was on it before
that
groceries,
was my
nigga.
first fiance. Okay.
Hey, she said that she was on
your
it before
first
groceries.
fiance. That's a whole nother topic.
That's
take
Halo.
that.
Right. That was my first
Hey,
fiance.
listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, here's
Ain't
what I
nothing
said.
wrong. Don't
Oh,
do
it ain't. Tell us why it ain't.
Here's why I say that.
What happened when you dealt with that?
Hey, here's my
When
thing.
you deal
see how you tried to slide it in there.
Cause he done ate some ass
Whoa.
before. Brandon, you done ate some ass.
Hey,
Don't do
see,
it.
and that was good.
What happened
That
when
was
you
real
dealt with
clever.
that?
That was real clever.
Hey,
Sub.
hold on. No homo. Pause.
That was-
I didn't try and slide anything in anywhere.
Hashtag no
Yeah.
homo.
I don't want y'all to think it's some type of sex orgy shit going on over here.
It's not.
We did not try to slide shit in.
Nothing.
Listen,
Did we not try to slide some shit in?
Here's the thing.
You
Here's the
see
thing.
my mouse?
It's
I'm confused now. Give me a
2018,
drink.
right? Whatever you do with your man, that's your choice. If you want to lick his ass and he's okay
No,
with
no,
you
no,
licking
no.
his ass. Oh, you didn't lick it.
that's-
Okay.
Not the
I'm about to,
groceries.
hold on. I'm
Well,
about to shut
confused.
this shit
wait,
down.
Wait, hold on. I'm
Okay,
confused.
let's define our terms.
Hold on.
Time
Okay,
out.
Let's
Hold on.
define
One at
our
a time.
terms.
One at a
Okay,
time. One at a time.
Because after you go, I got one to go.
NH, go ahead.
Please elaborate.
Let's define our terms first and foremost, because now I'm like, whoa,
Uh-oh.
my tongue is not going anywhere
See,
near y'all niggas.
This is why I didn't,
tissue
this is why I didn't want to bring it
inflated
up.
asses.
This is why I didn't want to bring it up because it was gonna go here. But
Niggas
go,
be having
No.
the dingleberries in
He-
there, huh?
Yeah, I don't need that.
Okay.
Not in my mouth. No, that
Hey,
belongs
hey,
in the
you be- hey,
toilet
look.
or another fresh piece of tissue.
Hey,
like,
look,
not
look,
in my
you-
mouth. No,
That nigga said
What do you
dingleberries,
mean?
y'all.
I'm not saying no shit.
Hey,
no.
wait,
He
wait.
said you got lit in your teeth. You better stop fucking around out here.
Hey, she'll tell the nigga, "Are you still using one ply?"
Oh my
Look,
god!
if you ain't using Scott tissue, nigga, you fucking up. Okay,
no, okay, elaborate
that
for us. though.
cottonelle will fuck you up.
Elaborate.
Okay.
What?
Hold on, wait.
Let
Okay,
me.
go ahead.
Okay, let's define our terms. Okay.
Okay, because I'm close.
Because we all over the place with it. What had happened was,
Oh,
okay,
it happened.
it did happen, and I wasn't ready.
It happened. You ate his ass.
No,
Oh, I was-
I don't eat ass. Okay, I do not. Okay,
You ate
what
the
had
gooch.
happened was I was, providing some, nice,
Services.
some nice little
some head or whatever.
oral support
There
to
we go.
my fiance.
You grown?
You know what I
You
mean?
suck this dick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You,
But
ain't nothing
ain't nothing
wrong
like
with that.
I was in the little,
You was in the area.
I was in the Gooch area.
You was in the neighborhood.
You know?
Gucci.
And I was Gucci, I was rubbing them bows
Yeah,
real
as you- as
good,
you were supposed to.
And then he was like, kind of like scooting,
It said hit
And
the
so I'm
gooch.
like, okay, well,
Are you fucking kidding
my
me?
mind be like, well, how far is this shit gonna go? Because I be curious and shit. I be
Oh,
asking for a
God.
friend and shit. So
That shit
I
about to
was
get
like,
real.
okay, well, let me see how far I could go with this, right?
Right.
So, I was kind of like, okay, the balls, let me scoot it up a little bit. He was like, okay, slide, right? And then next thing I know, like, my middle finger was in his ass, right?
Are
Oh
you
my
fucking
god! Like,
kidding
wait! All the way in there?
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
it was
B.
in there.
She
Did
said
it go
ass.
in easily?
Hey, she said a finger in the ass right now, B.
Wait a second. This
That's out of
is
pocket.
important. Did it go in
That's-
easily? Was it a
Well,
struggle?
I'm guessing.
It was.
I don't even
didn't
know about
Well,
struggle.
let's just say I did. I'm gentle.
Oh,
I
fuck
didn't
that.
force my way in anyway. You
And
know,
I-
I
and-
eased my way in. You know,
Okay.
he
She
was
slipped
he
his
was getting
finger.
relaxed. You know,
Well,
She slipped
ladies
her
and
finger
gentlemen,
in
we
his
now
ass.
know why he's the
This is
ex-fiancé.
out of
Are you
pocket.
kidding me?
This is
that
She was not his type.
I almost threw up.
He was not my type, Brandon.
No, yeah,
Because
no,
she
no.
slipped
The
his
order
finger in her
matters, y'all.
ass.
Hey,
This is
listen,
this shit-
we
that's
should
what you
change the
think.
name
Oh.
to this fucking
Oh.
episode to the order matters
The order matters. And
because
that's what
he
you
was
think.
not my type.
That's what you think.
he
You wasn't his type.
He trying to say that he was gay and you weren't his type. That's what he's saying.
he wants to use me to get other big dick niggas.
What the fuck?
Hello? Didn't I just say that? Hey,
Hey, what was we talking about, bro?
I just,
Cause I swear to God, we was
But
talking about this.
I don't know how we got here. It's like, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Like Deborah
It was-
Cox.
I
don't
heard.
know. How did we get
I
here?
heard.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm
and
not
I thank
here.
you for sharing that. This
Is
our-
Is that
wild.
wrong?
It's
Is that
I'm a
wrong
real
to
nigga.
say?
It's wild.
Anything
You
I
can't
do
even
is
say
like,
gay. I'm sorry.
No, but
I'm
it
sure.
happens. It happens. But see, my thing is,
It happens. It
my
happens.
thing is this. Did you not see the signs before?
Not at
Please
all.
tell me.
That's interesting.
Because
didn't
once
come out in
again,
a
this
crop
was
top.
another one of those.
Because
Like,
I feel like females' gaydar is completely the fuck off.
I thought y'all
well,
did.
the reason why it's off is because niggas be acting like they straight and they don't be.
No, y'all know better.
No, how?
Y'all call gay
How?
niggas from
How do we
afar.
know better when niggas be like getting bitches pregnant that be fucking?
Y'all know it's a new
fuckery
millennium.
bitches.
All
Like,
these
it-
niggas
it's-
is gay.
It goes both
She's
ways.
got a
Like
point.
niggas be getting bitches pregnant and they be single parents too and shit. Like, so I'm just saying, like, you can't
God
always
damn.
anticipate.
She said you're a single
How-
parent faggot. I'm sorry.
This nigga.
She's got a point.
You
though.
can't always anticipate how shit's gonna turn.
This is seriously not another podcast.
Seriously.
we can't say
The F word.
The
I
F
apologize, y'all.
we can't say
DJ
the F
FatBoy.
word.
What F word did we say?
However, we can say the LGBTQ plus element on P.
LGBT.
Oh, did you say fag?
I said the wrong fucking word.
Okay, we're not gonna-
y'all.
Oh, he said the word
And
that rhymes with maggot.
I
Okay.
I apologize to everybody.
He
DJ
apologized,
FatBoy
y'all,
is
so it's
not
all good.
homophobic. Now, hold on, because I got on the speech now. I got to go on my Kobe
But
speech.
you got to put his
Quick.
disclaimer on it.
I have to because I do radio. Hey,
Fix it, Jesus.
I'm sorry, FatBoy been smoking too much. I
It's that
apologize,
Jack
y'all.
and Daniel.
I
It
got-
does it
I
every
got
time.
I got a few more questions.
Well,
gotta
I
do
need
my
y'all to answer the
disclaimer.
questions that
Shit.
I have.
Okay,
Okay,
the F
let's
word.
go. Let's go. You right.
I
you
don't
right.
think that we ever even answered this
You're right.
question.
Let's do it.
We didn't even get to the next one.
That is
So,
the funniest story I heard in a long time. So
and I'll tell you more after
See,
the
see
show.
you was sleeping. You was sleeping on that pork chop and applesauce. So
yo,
we was
that-
bringing it, baby.
That shit is
We
fucking
brought
hilarious.
it. I live for stories.
Did you
like
break up
that.
with him afterwards? It took you
Yeah.
a while. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It took you like a week or two
a week or two.
to process that. Damn, my niggas
It,
not.
it
month
took
or two?
longer than that. I ain't even gonna lie. It took longer.
Oh, okay.
Because when you in love with somebody, it's like,
So what?
and
if he
this is
gay?
somebody who I was with since I was like 18, 19 years old. Like, it took me a while to even
bless
look
his
at
heart.
him
Bless
like
his
that.
heart. He was battling something.
He was.
He was battling.
You
Bless
are
his
so
heart.
right.
I know. Bless his
Hey,
heart.
B,
You are
you
so right.
fool. You a fool, B.
No,
You
but
still-
he's so right though. He
I know
was.
he was battling. And you know
and,
what?
and the crazy part is, I think
God
he
bless you.
legitimately loved me, but
Yes.
still wanted
Yes.
some dick.
God bless you, because you know
What
what?
the
You
fuck?
gave. Hey, I'm gonna give you a high five because you gave you put in a good fight
I
to try to
tried.
get him to come back there, but it just wasn't enough.
You know,
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
only do so much.
He wanted some dick, and it was nothing you could do about it.
Nothing, Jesus. My
Okay,
finger, my
no,
fingers
hold on,
ain't that.
because
thick,
I'm mad now.
Jesus.
I just
Okay.
got mad.
He
Can
wanted
I
to be
get
dill
mad?
pickled.
Go
and
ahead,
there
can
was
I
nothing
get
you
mad
could do
for a
about
spar
it.
second?
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Let DJ FatBoy say.
Can I get mad for a second?
What you got?
Tell him why you mad,
He
son.
can say that a man wants dick, but I can't say faggot. Hold on.
Yeah, you can't say
Oh,
that.
it's
That's a lot
different.
different.
It's
Hold on. No, that's not no
It's
different than that.
That's a lot different.
That's foul.
It's different.
Hold on.
Wow, but
He said a man's won't. Hold on. Because
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I got
Hercule.
A man's.
I have a
Hercule
man's
wanted-
nigga. Hey, look, B. Look, cause I'm not dumb. I might drink a lot or whatever. I'm not dumb. And I read between. What the fuck? So a man can fuck a man? Hold on.
Look, we're not going there right
We're
now.
not gonna do this.
No.
But what I'm
Let's go
saying
to
is,
your
It's going to a
Let's
whole
go
nother
to-
topic.
Hey, but God bless your heart, though.
God bless
You put
me.
up a good fight.
I just giggled because Benjamin Tyler Hobson said, "You eat pieces of shit for breakfast." Like, what the fuck? No,
That's how he
nigga.
thinks. feel like
that's a Kanye line, by the way.
It would be. It
No, you
would
eat pieces
be.
of shit like you for breakfast. That's a Kanye line.
yeah, Kanye.
But okay. So on a serious note, y'all, Jesus, this show has no structure. Jesus, this has none.
Seriously,
Um,
another podcast.
seriously, not another.
Oh, okay.
Because
Hold
Lord
on,
knows.
hold on. First of all, my fam can't come in here and say the wrong name of my show.
No, that was a part of the joke. I know what the name of the podcast is.
You see how you clean that
That
up?
was a joke.
It's a
Listen,
joke.
hey, I'm good at cleaning up.
It's a joke.
My
That wasn't
relationship,
a-
my
that wasn't a good
relationship
cleanup.
survived 10 years for that. Be being good as a cleanup. Let me shut the fuck up.
Hey, I done said. Hey, listen.
and we are
I
in
done.
his face
Hey,
right
look.
now.
I done said a lot of dumb shit, but I did not get the title wrong.
Ooh,
Hey, look.
he on your head.
No, I did that on purpose for the
By
Go on
accident,
with the
and I
question.
love you for that.
Go on
Because
with
Donald
hey,
Trump this shit.
You on your
He ain't gonna
journalism
admit it.
shit. I
Donald
understand.
Trump this house.
Hey,
Wasn't
the news. Hey, the news ain't the news.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Fucking Shaq.
Okay.
Okay.
come on.
Hey, look,
Wait,
hold
No.
on, wait. Before you go into, you about to go into the next topic?
Oh, you can do what you got to do.
No. Before you go there, we gonna excuse me. We gonna go into a break real quick. Shit got out of hand crazy. We're gonna go into a break. We're gonna play. I've been getting requests to play the song again. It's called by the artist called The Ledge. Song is called Signal. We're gonna go into a break, get ourselves together, and we'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Y'all crazy.
But I smile proudly from the way she looks.
Sorry, we had technical difficulties. Here go the song, y'all. Sorry about that. Ledge, Signal.
Making waves like the ocean. Her eyes and her lips making all the right motions. Making all the right move it slowly, we go fast and she goes slowly. Oh my God, and she screams so loudly. I'm not God, but I smile proudly from the way she looks. The way she looks. The way she looks. The way she looks. Starstruck by devotion, her body moves, making waves like the ocean. Her eyes and her lips making all the right motions. Starstruck by devotion, her body moves, making waves like the ocean.
It's Letty.
Yes, sir.
What do you
Are you fucking kidding me?
FatBoy in the fucking building. What's the deal?
Man, is he? Is he?
He's always here.
Oh
So
boy.
let's okay. First
Okay.
and foremost, let's take a shot.
He might say
we
some
gotta
dumb
regroup.
He's here.
Let's regroup.
Let's regroup.
We back.
Okay.
Jazz, I got you with the link. Come on, let's take another shot.
Grown up
Ladies and
shot.
gentlemen, round
Salute.
two.
I
Here we
think-
go.
Seriously.
All right, here we go. Seriously, not another podcast.
Yes,
Cat
sir.
versus dog. Yeah, la.
Seriously, not another podcast.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Woo.
Hey,
I'm really
Ooh,
rocking
shit.
on any.
all praises to Allah, man.
That shit hits you so
God.
strong.
Either or.
It's a top
That
of the
shit,
line
that
shit.
shit's some grown up shit, man.
We
Hey,
just
we
took
here.
one for you, Jazz.
Yo,
All right, so
R.I.P. my little cousin. He died like 2 weeks ago.
man, rest
They
in
buried
peace.
him on the day. He was 12 years old, man. We here.
Oh my goodness.
Go on my page.
R.I.P., yeah.
Rest in
So-
peace. You gonna say his name, nigga? We need names. Or you don't want to say the name? It's okay.
No
yeah.
name.
Rest in peace,
Yeah,
cousin.
rest
I
in peace,
understand.
cousin. Yeah,
Rest in
man.
Are we
peace,
live?
Yeah, we live. Yeah,
we
we
live. So listen. So
I want to see where the comments are. Go ahead.
You don't know,
I'm listening
Sway.
to your topic.
Tell us.
So
Here we go.
now, do y'all follow Jaden Smith?
I do.
I know who he is, but I don't
Well,
follow
we
him.
all- legend.
I'm
we
a grown
all
ass
know
icon.
who he is.
He got
I'm a grown ass
icon.
man.
Okay, all right. Okay, Brandon. All right. I don't follow him either. He just came on my timeline.
He
I'm gonna go, that's what
an
I'm gonna do,
icon in the
dog.
making though.
But he just fell in. I didn't follow that man. But okay, let me rewind. Did
I
y'all
follow.
see Jaden Smith? Okay.
Recently, is he in a
Let
dress?
me just tell you what I saw.
Okay.
He was wearing some more weird shit.
I ain't even thinking about what he wearing.
Oh,
like,
okay, I didn't know. Let's go.
Low-key, the little nigga is a little off, but he a little conscious though, right?
He
Let's hear what-
always.
okay,
He's
let me hear what
very
he said.
conscious.
Let me hear what he
So-
said that make him sound conscious.
He had this video where he was saying something
Video.
about he said that the public school system prepares kids for prison.
Facts.
Okay?
How, Sway?
It's
And
called.
so
How,
he
Sway?
was
Oh, hold
talking
on.
about-
It's called a school. It's called a school. It's called a.
it's
the
called
school,
it's called
a school to prison to pipeline.
So
called
he
a
was talking
yeah.
about how, like, you know, the kids, like, you know, everything is controlled by the bell.
Mhm.
Like, they only get a small amount of time to
For the
take
bell.
little
Facts.
breaks.
Yep.
Little
This
recesses
nigga's
and
clearly
things
never
like
been to jail.
that. He was talking about how, you know, the authority figures, you know, rotate them from one place to another, you
Facts.
know.
This nigga's never been to jail.
and-
Have you been to jail?
I have.
Why,
Where?
Brandon? I thought you were a good boy. What happened?
See, there you go, judging the book by its
Guns?
cover.
Cause in
Guns?
jail it
No.
sound good to me.
No, I didn't. No, it wasn't because of that.
After the show.
No, it's no thing. I was young, being dumb, and I decided to do some robberies.
So it wasn't what he said.
Oh my God, not a thief.
So it
Brandon,
wasn't
not
a-
a thief.
See, there's a difference
I
between
can do
stealing.
a lot of things,
there's
but not a thief, Brandon.
How many niggas done stole your drawers?
You tried. You know what? You on punishment. I'm not
Be
gonna-
your fool.
Niggas don't steal
Be
my
your
drugs. I
fool.
give them away.
Stop
It's
doing
charity.
that. Don't do that.
It's charity.
It's charity.
It's
No, I'm
charity.
fucking with
Okay.
you. I'm fucking with
You
you.
need some charity.
I'm fucking with you.
You like it's
I'm fucking
charity?
with you. No,
I
but
need a
listen,
little-
this is why I
a
don't
little
agree with the
donation.
topic.
Are you fucking kidding
This is
me?
why I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
agree with Jaden Smith is saying. If that's what he's saying. First of all,
Oh, shit.
has he been to public school?
I don't know.
Well, let's just say
Hold
it's safe
on.
to say that he hasn't.
Okay,
Right.
But do you have to go to public? Hold on.
Do you have to go to public school to understand how public school works? Yes.
Yes, you
No,
do.
but can
low-key,
you?
Brandon,
But can you?
I've been
but can
there.
you? But can you know the effects of public school without going there?
Brandon.
You can get an idea.
You got an idea.
So here's
right?
my thing.
And as
Go ahead.
a person that is rich and successful, that's what we need in our community.
Okay.
To say that public schools ain't shit.
That's bullshit. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because my son goes to a public school in Culver City, which I'm willing to bet my last dollar that most of those kids are not going to go to jail.
That's Culver, but that's
But it's-
Culver City.
Okay, so now it's not
You
the
gotta
public
relax.
school.
So
Whoa,
it's a-
whoa, whoa,
it's
no,
a
no.
You
school
gotta
district.
relax.
You see what I'm
School
saying?
districts
You see what I'm
matter.
saying? So
School
is
districts
it the
matter.
public school or is it the school district?
No.
That's a good point,
it's
Brandon.
it's the public school, it's the school district, and it's also where the school is placed.
Well, that goes
And
under the
Culver
school
City
district.
is not South Central.
But
But this
hold
is what
on,
I'm saying. If he's saying public schools, so his question, his statement should have been: certain public schools design you for prison.
Okay,
But
so is
Brandon-
that Culver City school as good as the school in Beverly Hills? No.
wait.
Well, we don't know
Okay,
that.
let me
We don't
moderate
know
on
that.
this real
Yes,
quick.
we do.
Okay, let me moderate on this, Brandon.
Yo,
The structure is still the same regardless of what school you're in. As far as you only get a certain amount of time for lunch, then you got to go back in. You're getting rotated from teacher to teacher, then you got to go back in. You know,
not in elementary school, you're not. But go ahead.
Well, we talking about like
All
middle
of it
school,
is-
whatever.
it's a
Well, what
time
is he
limit.
talking about? Is he talking about middle school? Or see,
I
that
feel
matters.
You're like define your terms, right?
Right.
Aristotle to the kids,
Right. So
But
Go ahead.
what I'm saying though is that let's say we talking about high school. Let's just use high school as an example, right?
right. Okay, let's do high school.
High school, it's a rotation. You know, you got your little locker. You can't put all your shit in that. You know, you just get a little space, right?
Right.
And then he's basically saying that, like, you know,
You get the space that you need.
you're institutionalized because it's a
Off
bell.
the top.
Now, Brandon, I'm
If
not
you don't
saying
believe
I
it in
agree
you-
or
No,
disagree.
no,
I know you're not.
I'm just throwing this out because I think it's a good discussion piece, and I appreciate the fact that you may not agree.
I
do.
don't. I
and I
don't.
like that y'all have
I
opposing
love it.
views because it's
I love
good.
it.
I don't. And the reason why I don't is because if you take that kid who goes to Beverly Hills High, that's a public school. That's a public school. It might be in Beverly Hills School District, but a
Yep.
lot of those kids might not end up in jail. You take the kid who goes to Crenshaw. I mean, some is
I
gang
went to
banging.
Crenshaw.
Most of them is
That
gang
way.
banging.
All of them was gang banging.
Most of them was gang, but I know some kids who actually went to college from Crenshaw.
Hold on. Hold on.
No, they did. But so what I'm
Yes,
saying is, but hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, B.
But to touch on it, what people don't know is I'm a history buff.
Yes, sir. Me too.
And I understand why the school system is the way it is. Understand that the school system does need to be changed, but it's been like that for years and for a reason. The school system is designed with those bells because they were designing students, getting them ready to work in the factories. That's how the factories were back in the day.
Okay.
And went to bell systems. This is what we're doing at this time. This is what we're doing at this time. This is what we're doing at this time. Lunch, come back. This is what we're doing. So they wanted you to be designed to be a factory worker.
But do we work
It had
in
nothing to
factories
do
anymore?
with prison. Because I've been to jail and you don't rotate. You going back to the same ass cell that your ass is going to be in.
But what time do you get up?
You might get up at 5. When I was in there, we
time
got
is
up at
breakfast?
5. We got up at 5.
What
Breakfast was
time
like
is
5:30.
lunch?
Like 11:30, 12?
What time is dinner?
He's like, I need to know what time.
Hold on, no, because I've been. Hold
What
on,
time
I've
is
been
dinner?
There.
Dinner is
I've
could
been
be
there.
like 6:30.
No, 4, 5. If you in the county jail,
Yeah.
Los Angeles,
Okay.
California. Breakfast is at 4.
Okay.
Lunch is at 11:30.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years, but
3:30,
I'm not current on
3:30.
that.
No,
Like, it's
3:30.
old.
Because what I say
you ain't
is,
eating dinner at 3:30.
No,
I know that for
no.
me.
Hell nah.
They
Bitches
giving.
ain't
Hold
cooking
on.
meals at 3:30.
Nah, they
You
ain't
sit
cooking
at
hold
work.
on.
What do you mean?
5:30.
You be
between
lucky if you
4:30,
get a
5:30,
7 o'clock
possibly.
No,
issue.
3:30 to 4:30.
Possibly.
Maybe
Like I
5.
said, I don't remember.
I say 7. Dinner.
No, they don't even eat at 7. 7, you don't even got a meal coming. So, like you said, between 4 and 5.
Okay,
I'll give
that's
4
fine.
and 5.
That's fine.
I'll give you 4 and 5 for sure.
That's fine.
That's a guarantee, though. But when do you eat dinner?
That's the way I was raised. But you got to understand something. A lot of people are structured like that, where they be like, yo, we going to get up. Like farm people who work in the farm, they get up and they eat breakfast at 5 o'clock.
How many
and they
people are
working.
agricultural?
Okay,
That you know.
Outside of the city, a lot.
Okay,
A lot.
I don't
Outside of
want
the
to
city.
interrupt.
Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to make sure we stay on topic.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, with regards to the topic, do y'all think that we know how you feel, FatBoy? Like, you don't think that public school prepares the kids for prison?
No. He
No, I
says
feel-
he
Or you
I
does.
think he thinks it does?
I feel like
Brandon
it's a
says it
combination of
don't.
both.
Okay.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Now let me just say something.
You know why?
Okay?
Because you can walk around whenever the
Okay,
hell you want to.
I feel
But
you,
it's
but
still-
niggas can
it's-
walk the yard during their
Exactly.
little break.
When you have
Exactly.
You
yard
can't
time.
just walk around in a public school. You have
You
to walk
can't.
around during recess. But
You
let
can't.
me enlighten you, Brandon.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I went to public school for 1 year. I'm a product of Catholic school. Shout out to St. Bernard.
Oh,
Let's go.
how
Vikings
was
in the
that not
building.
surprising?
But I did go to Inglewood High for 1 year. Okay, we didn't even have no fucking books. Our teacher was always calling out sick. It was just always fucking. You know what I
Bullshit.
mean?
Right.
They had 2 different lunch sessions. You know, it was like everything was just like, categorized. Like, how do you decide who goes to lunch 1 versus lunch 2? It's like levels to this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so point being is that I could totally see how Jaden could make this argument that public school
Are
in
trash.
the inner city, let's define our terms.
He didn't say that. You're
He
saying
didn't
that.
say that, but we gon'
This
straighten
rich,
it out,
this
right?
rich little motherfucker who never went to public school a day in his life is speaking on. Go ahead.
Which makes it even more beautiful.
Nah.
Because, hold on. Because niggas that went to public school don't even talk about it.
I'm
They don't
talking
even
about it.
care
that's
about it.
facts.
But you. And you different. You get what I'm saying? But most niggas that ever went to public school don't care what happened to the next nigga behind him. And now, hold on. I
ahead.
say that because that is the whole reason why I go to school today. Because I am a felon. Because I was in jail. And because before my life was what it is now, I was nothing.
Right.
And they told me that I was that. That's a fact.
Thank God
When
for
I went to
DJing.
jail for having a blower, because niggas kill you out here, they told me that.
That's my nigga. I like him.
You feel me?
I like him.
They told me that. They told me that.
That's a
Oh,
good dude right here.
you a devil. Oh, you shouldn't have a gun, and you should go to jail. So that's the system.
Good
That's
dude.
not-
Can I just interrupt this for
Thank
1
God-
second?
thank
I'm
God
so
for
sorry
DJing.
that I know I'm
talk.
supposed
No, I
to be the
feel you.
moderator, but I got to take us off track. Shout out to my wifey.
Who's your wifey?
My wifey, she knows who she is. She just sent me this picture, y'all. This is what she looking like listening to the podcast right now.
Hey, wait a
It's a meal.
Okay, hold up.
It's
Hold up,
Emil.
hold up. Wait.
Look, I just
You
want to
done
let
went
y'all know, like,
Hey,
give
yo.
me my phone back, Sway.
I'm trying to get your phone.
Dang.
Hey, Sway your
Look,
phone, man.
I just gotta say,
Why you didn't give me? Okay, so wait a second. You know,
Brandon,
she looks
right?
nice. She looks nice.
Let me see.
So wait a
look,
second. So wait a second.
our followers are like the
Hey,
realest
hey.
followers ever.
I like you, and I'm gonna tell you that I love you because
Okay.
you are providing me with so much humor right now.
Yes, I live for
Okay.
it. It's about happiness.
You went from a year and a half ago from your Thought Chronicles, okay,
Chronicles.
to having a nigga who wanted you to eat his groceries.
I did not say that. Why you keep
he
saying
wanted
that?
you- listen, he wanted you to eat his groceries.
He didn't say
He wanted
that.
to hit the-
Dang,
okay,
Brandon. What do you
between the ass
to the
mean? What
point
do you
of
The ass
now,
and
to
the
the
balls.
point of now, you have a wifey. You are living motherfucking life.
I'm living my best
love it.
life, nigga.
I
I
love
just
it.
went to Double
love it.
Dare today.
I love it.
Do y'all remember Double Dare?
I remember the show.
I went to a recording of that shit today.
Oh, it's back.
It's back.
I love it.
I had
Where
so
at?
much fun, but
That's
neither here
what's
nor
up.
there.
Now, is
I
that a
just-
real
I
wifey?
just- I
Is
was-
that a real wifey, or is that like?
Off the show. This is really like my best friend, but like
Got
we
it.
call each other
Got it.
wifey.
I get
You know,
it. That's
because
what I'm saying.
she's damn near like a wife to me because she got my back to the core. You know what I mean? Like I would marry her, but neither here nor there.
We got more people up in the
What it do?
the message
What the-
board.
What it do?
What's the fuck is the deal? FatBoy in the building. What's the deal?
Anthony said AC
We
eat
have-
ass. LOL.
Hey, she almost did.
Burn notice said what?
Yeah.
I dodged it though. Yeah,
dodged
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
She dodged
I'm
the
really rocking
dingleberries.
on any.
Yeah.
But you hit the balls twice.
She dodged
Shut
dingleberry.
up.
No. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Hey, back on the topic. Here's the thing.
Topic.
Here's the thing. With Jaden Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Regroup.
Yeah,
Here's the
regroup
thing.
us. Please. 'cause we went
It's hard for me to actually listen to a person who probably never went to public school.
I think
Now,
that's
don't know.
okay.
I don't know. He never went to public school, so we can't. The real statement should be in certain school districts, because I am a comedian, but I also work in the school system, and it's not. I am safe to say it because I see it. It is not 100% on the teacher. A lot of times it's on the parent.
Fact.
The parent doesn't give a fuck.
Fact.
Hold on.
Oh no, this is real.
I agree.
This is
Fact.
real.
All right,
So the teacher can put their all in, and then the student is dealt with his environment.
But
that's a whole
Yeah.
nother topic. But
Yes.
the point is, I do not think public schools prepare kids
Okay.
for
and I appreciate your
for
argument.
prison.
I do.
But what I do think public schools prepare kids for is to be workers and to be somewhat wage servants. It
But-
doesn't.
Okay.
It takes away
But-
your entrepreneurship. That's what I think public schools
I
take
agree
away.
with
Now, if
you
he
there.
would have said that, I would have said, okay, I agree with the little nigga. But to say that it sends you to prison, that's the stretch. It's because I know a lot of people who went to public school, who went to Ivy Leagues, who went to USC.
But where
who
were they
went to
from?
They from here.
But where were their parents from?
From
what did
here.
their parents do?
From
Did
here.
their parents go
Yeah,
to
but-
college?
but
Oh
this-
no.
No,
'Cause
they did.
I feel like as people, because
But they went to the same public
hold on,
school, bro.
hold on,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
But it doesn't matter.
Why
It
doesn't matter? That's the
because
topic of what
hold
he's
on,
saying.
I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't matter. Because Ice Cube and Dub C are from two different places. Ice Cube owns Cube Visions. Dub C owns what? Tell me now. Because why?
What the hell does that got to do with public school?
It makes the same shit.
I see.
It's
where
the
you're
same
going.
shit.
Please, bring
It's
it to
the
me.
It's
Bring
the
it to me.
upbringing. It's the upbringing. If you come from a 2-parent home, you know better. A lot of the people that you
ahead.
a lot of the people that you're talking about that don't know better is coming from single parent homes. There isn't a father.
Here
there.
he go back to the single parent.
I'm going because
Okay.
I know.
What the hell does that have to
through.
do with the public school?
Okay,
It's
wait,
the
wait,
sa-
wait,
it goes
wait, hold
into
on,
that.
hold on.
No, it doesn't. It's not the public school's fault that a kid is raised in a single parent household. That's not the
But
public
it's
school's
the
fault.
public school's fault to understand that. And if you don't
Okay,
understand
I
that,
can
it's a
feel
problem.
that hey,
If you listen,
that's relevant, Brandon.
and that's the problem. What's going on in this community that we live in now? Because you don't understand that this little boy.
You gotta know your
hold on,
demographic.
this little boy doesn't come from the same background that you come from.
Y'all clearly have never worked in a classroom with a teacher. Listen. You
Hey.
got 30 students in the class. I hear you. You got 30 students in the class, right? You got 30 students in the class. You teach FatBoy, you teach 11th. No, you teach 9th grade.
Right,
You teach 9th grade.
right.
You got these 9th graders that just came into high school.
It's too late then.
You got 30 kids in
It's
the
too late
classroom.
then.
Yeah, because we're talking about Jaden Smith saying public
Yeah.
school is his fault.
Yeah.
You teach 9th grade. You got 30 students in your class, right? Right? 24 of them is ready to go. They ready to
Not even 24.
No.
Let's say 10.
Hypothetically.
Let's say 10.
Speaking.
But let's keep it
hypothetically
hypothetically. Let's say 10. 10 is ready to go.
Okay, you got 10 ready to go. I'll give you that. You got 10 ready to go. You got the other 20 that's in the 9th grade reading at a 4th grade level.
Facts.
Okay.
You got another 10
you mean
reading
to tell me that teacher is supposed to take away from their time to give to those 20 kids and neglect those 10 kids?
But Brandon.
And I hold on. You can go.
Okay.
And I'm going.
Okay.
But again,
you know, hold on.
That's not the public school's
He
fault.
said I can go, but he changed his mind.
Because I gotta get busy with you.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
do
talk.
this.
Let's
Do
talk.
not-
If you want to get into education
Let's talk.
and you trying to secure a life, right?
No, that's not why.
It
That's
is
not,
what
that's
you
not
doing.
why I get. No.
Hold on.
I get an education because I'm here to
Tell him
teach
why you
you.
mad,
Hold
son.
on.
Tell him why you
Hold on.
mad.
Because no.
I feel
Because
you.
that is
Tell him
the
why you
problem.
mad.
That is the problem with education to this day.
No.
That is the problem with education to this day. Because you're not understanding that not only are you educating, but you're saving a life.
Yeah.
Because we come from a hold on, not essentially, it's the fact.
Nah.
Because
essentially.
No, it's not because
talking about public schools.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Look.
You're talking about a demographic.
We got a caller.
Talk
Talk
to us.
What do you mean?
Because I disagree.
Yo, what up?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Shit.
Who we got?
It's Anthony, man. I'm calling in to speak on the topic.
All right, speak it.
Hey, hold on. Before he
Well,
talk, I don't want no Viking dissing going on.
Hey, watch out, nigga.
Look, man, I ain't worried about you and them white ass Vikings. Nigga, watch out.
All right, go ahead. Speak on the topic.
Look, nigga, when it comes to the whole public school shit, this is how I feel about it. I feel like it's on the parents. It don't matter if it's a single. It don't matter if it's a 2-parent household. Because I've seen kids that came from 2-parent households that's bad as fuck. I feel like it's on the parents because fucking kids come to school and don't want to learn. It don't matter what the curriculum is, whatever. I feel like the parents need to be more on the students. Like when it comes to my nephew is my sister is a single parent, but I'm on my nephew ass about school, and I don't think the parents are on their kids' ass enough. They need to go into these schools and get their grades.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them for sure.
It don't matter if it's a single or a 2-parent home. I feel like if the parents is there, if the parents is checking in with the teachers, it's teachers. I used to work in the school district. It's parents that don't even show up, like parent-teacher conferences to learn about their kids. To learn what their kids are doing. They don't give a fuck.
Come
they
through,
don't
Anthony.
show up. They just use it as a babysitting.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
that motherfucker for
I
8
agree.
hours.
But can I say this though? This is what the only thing I want to say, and as black people, we need to understand is what if your mama did the same thing, and you didn't know that it was an education thing and it wasn't a babysitting thing? No.
What do you mean?
What I mean by
understand.
is, hold on. What I mean by that is because we've been taught our whole life is that you get up, you work enough. I mean, you go to school enough, and then you go to work. Education has never been important. And I'm telling you, in my family.
That's when parents need to instill that.
But what if you
like work a bullshit? You don't have to settle for working a bullshit job.
But what if your parent never?
We got another caller.
Go ahead. But what if your parent never did that though?
I can hear you what you say.
What if your parent never was experienced to that? And that's because I feel like that's the problem with us. We don't realize that maybe my parent wasn't like your parent, and he wasn't a working man. He come from a cracking. No, it's not. But it's a problem because if he comes from a crack infested investment.
See, then that comes back to going to the parents need to instill that in their children. Because when my sister was growing up, she told my mom, like my dad, he was around, but he wasn't around. But she told my mom, like, when I grow up, I'm gonna be on Section 8. My mom beat the fuck out of my sister for even thinking about being on Section 8.
That part.
It should be a last. It shouldn't even be a fucking resort. There's so much resources out of here that you don't have to fucking go on Section 8 and just sit there and sit on your ass all day.
Motherfuckers inheriting that
your
shit.
Rent like $20.
Hey, where you? All I ask for is where you come from. Where you come from? How long you?
I used to live right down the street from Byron.
No. Do you come from a 2-parent home?
My mom from Compton, California.
What, do you come from a 2-parent home?
My dad, no, my parents were separated. My dad was around, but my dad was he was a bullshitter. Like he was around, but I got everything I know
from moms. Okay.
Closer to my mom.
Okay. And how's your family on that side?
My family
on your mom's side.
I got people on Section 8. I got people that got money. I got people that got Section 8.
For the most part, though,
it was always instilled in me that my mom always told me, "You're not gonna be no regular
exactly
a 9 to 5."
Hold on. He just proved my point, though.
Hold on, Ant. Let me
has to start with a mindset.
Let me jump in.
Because mom said that you're gonna do that, right? If moms don't tell you,
that's why I start with the parent.
But what if her parent didn't tell her that?
Yo, we getting off topic. The point is, it's not on the public school. The public school's job is not to counsel the parent.
Public school can work. The thing about public school, even I was from public school. The thing about public school is always 2 or 3 kids that's in there to get your education, but most of them are in there gangbanging, bullshitting, fucking up the classroom, making it hard for the teachers. And the teachers try to get in contact with the parent, and they call parents, leave messages, and the parents still don't do shit.
Talk on it.
So that's the problem with the public school. All the fuck-ups are in the public school. If that was private school, your parents wasting their money on kick your ass out.
Hey,
kids
point blank period.
Go to another school and do more bullshit.
Point blank period. So, Ant, let me ask you this. So, on the topic, do you think Jaden A. Smith, do you agree with what he's saying, or you don't disagree?
I don't agree. It's not on public school. It's on parents. It starts at the home.
That's what I was saying.
It starts when they first growing up. It starts kindergarten, reading to them, letting them know, like, you can be president, you can be whatever. It don't even matter if you lying. You just got to put that in them that you're not going to just be another motherfucker working minimum wage struggling.
Hey, and I appreciate your opinion, brother.
And you got to instill that school is important. Most kids these days don't care about school. They just drop out and work their 9 to 5 thinking they helping. School is important. Like I ain't even finished college. I'm working my way towards finishing it, but I wish I would have never gave up, because going back is going to be so hard. And I can see, like,
you got it, Anthony.
See me working 9 to 5. I can see the hurt. Like, she's like, you could be so much better than this, but it's just that you have to put that in your kids, that to let them know, like, you don't have to settle for a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 shouldn't be a goal. Making however much minimum wage is, it shouldn't be a goal.
And
your kids like,
and
not to cut.
I'm gonna finish school and all this shit. And people, like, I hate how people be like, oh, this degree not gonna be worth shit. You still gonna be working a minimum wage job. But it's like, you got to get out there and find that shit. That shit ain't gonna find you just because you graduated. You got to make those connections. It's like, who do you know? And that's what college is, to get you those connections.
All right, and we appreciate you calling in, man. We got another call coming in.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for your opinion.
Shout out.
Go Vikings. Go Vikings. I knew you was gonna slide it in.
Whoa.
Oh, again, my bad. It's nothing sexual.
He always do that.
Going
Don't mind
on
him.
up here.
Well, the caller, call back whoever that was.
Please call back. I want to hear opinions on this, because, I hear everything that FatBoy is saying and everything like that. But again, that's not on the public school. You know what I'm saying? So when Jaden Smith says the public school is designing kids for prison, I don't feel it. The caller's coming through.
Caller.
Yo, this is Pickles. What's up? What's up?
Hey, the myth, the legend, he is in the building.
What's up, AC? How you doing?
Oh, hey. we buddy tonight. What's happening there, Pickles?
No, we not. Don't get it twisted.
God.
He hates me. Education. I agree with a lot that's been said. I happen to have a lot of experience in educational department, and I do agree with the other guy who's saying
Brandon,
that the teachers cannot spend educational time trying to correct behavior, but all fault boils down to the women who are picking these deadbeat dads.
Oh God!
And
besides the women,
I'm dead serious. And I'm not going to say all of it's on it, but there's different factors. If you go back to when they integrated schools, the rich white people started sending their kids to private education. I'm dead serious.
No, this is facts.
No, I'm just laughing
facts,
because
what he's saying.
I'm not
Go ahead,
laughing
go ahead,
at him.
Pickles.
I'm laughing because Benjamin said the pickle is here.
The pickle is here.
He's a legend.
Thank you. That's big pickle to you. But anyways.
Big pickle. Oh.
Hey, Pickles, you gotta relax.
It's How big is the pickle?
Who can afford it and sent them to private schools, which is historically more advanced than regular schools. So basically, if you fast forward it to today, you got several factors. You got the home family that's broken, that's replaced by the government. That's why the homegirl wanted to grow up and say she won't be on Section 8. Who taught her that?
That is terrible.
You
There
know,
had to be something within the family to teach her that for her to say that.
Yes. Okay. Dill Pickle, can I switch to another topic while you still on the phone? Cause
Hold on. Before you do, AC, I just need to know. Pickles, Mr. Pickles.
What's up? What's up?
Because I'm not going to call you Dill Pickles, but Mr. Pickles, listen.
I mean, calling a nigga pickle is crazy.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Just call me
So
Pete. What's
for
up,
the
man?
record, you don't agree with Jaden Smith when he says public schools prepare kids for the prison.
I agree, and I'm going to tell you why I agree.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I agree is if you watch the way public school is, they don't do nothing. They're pretty much basically highly educated babysitters. And they don't do nothing to reform the behaviors that's happening in the inner city youth. See, the problem is they're taught these survival skills, right, in the hood and stuff. And when they get to school, they will bring these survival tools that they use into school and is working against them.
Okay. Let me know when it's my turn.
Go
ahead. Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my question to you. Because you agree that it prepares kids for prison. And you're saying in the inner city. Now, Jaden Smith said public schools. So when he said public schools, he generalized all public schools. What about that kid that goes to Culver City High School, which is a public school, that goes to Beverly Hills High School, which is a public school? Fuck it. Let's say the kid. Hold on. Let's say the kid that goes to Crenshaw, because there's kids that do go to Crenshaw who go off to a 4-year university.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, and that's totally correct. But that's the minority. You feel what I'm saying? That's the minority that happens. So I'm talking about
a unicorn, as he
Do
would
we
say.
know the numbers though?
Unicorn.
But do we actually know the numbers of how many kids you take from a public school who actually go to prison?
I can tell you right now. If you research California and the school to prison pipeline.
Hold on. Let me listen.
You go San Bernardino, Los Angeles. What's the up north? Oakland.
Yeah.
Well, those districts all got in trouble because they were handed out cases in high school because they all got school police departments.
Okay.
In high school, they were handing out so many cases with kids leaving with felonies in high school. So you can't get a job once you graduate when you have all these felonies.
Come through, Pickles.
Felony right now.
Hold on.
Not true. I got a felony right now. I can't get a job.
Hold on, Mr.
It
Pickles.
is true.
Hold on. Not Mr. Pickles. So if I catch a felony at 15, which I'm a minor, are you saying that when I turn 18, I can't try to get my case sealed?
You cannot get that case sealed from a government job. It will not. It
That's
will
a
still
government job.
So what?
That's a government job.
Hold on.
No. Wait a second.
Walmart is a regular job. It's
That's
not a career.
government job.
He said a government
That's
job.
a government job.
Yes, teaching is a government job. You work for the government as a teacher.
Right. But what I'm saying is, what if I don't want to be a teacher? What if I want to do something else? Does that felony that happened at 15, doesn't it? I can seal it because I was a minor.
That's a lie. They can even if you say they can seal it, they got technology now that will find that. They got mining technology.
Facts. It'll still show up.
Companies are using, it will still show up.
On CLETs. Yes, it will.
Correct.
Well, listen, and I understand where the felony comes from public school because, like I said, I get it. I know there's kids in public school who might sell weed or do this or do whatever they do, hang out with the knuckleheads and commit a robbery or do something to get a felony.
It's going from a fist fight and you bloody his nose. That's a felony.
Right. Assault.
Right.
That's a felony.
I can't, and this is just my opinion, and I respect your call and I respect your opinion. But from my standpoint, by me actually working in the system right now,
I work in the system.
I can't. I'm with the educational system.
I work in the educational system.
I can't put the blame on the public school.
But we're not putting blame.
Well, when
we're
Jaden
not
Smith
saying blame.
When Jaden Smith says the public school is preparing kids for prison,
okay,
he's
hold on,
putting
Brandon.
the blame on
hold
public
on.
school.
We got to be careful about our words. He did not say blame.
What did he say?
He just said that public schools are kind of preparing
Is
kids.
that not the same? Am I
But
missing something?
blame
if
implies
you
that
look
you're
at- if you
blaming
look
the
at-
school.
am I
on
missing
that.
something?
What I'm saying, if you look at private schools, and if you notice what charter schools are, right?
Right.
Okay, so you know what the problem with charter schools are? The problem they're having with school districts. The charter schools can pick and choose what students they want.
Exactly. That's true.
So
Facts.
the charter schools will get all the good students. The private
Yes.
schools will get all the good students, and they'll kick out the students they don't want, and it will go to public schools. What about those families? And these charter schools have to get authorized by the school district. So you have a separation of these schools, and they can pick and choose. They don't give you a reason. They can say, hey, you know what? I don't like the way you spoke to this teacher, and kick you out. So, and this is all authorized by the same school district who's saying, well, we can't teach these kids. Well, you got a bunch of kids who don't want to learn nothing in the public school, and it's becoming harder and harder and harder. I'm not saying that I'm blaming the public school for
Right.
it. It's several factors into it. What I'm saying is,
I agree.
Can't say
What I'm-
blame.
So,
what I'm saying is, you go from a broken family, you're going from the government removing the males, especially in the African American community, the males from the family, replacing that with government assistance. You go from that, and then you go from the women who are choosing these deadbeat dads, who are teaching these kids these skill sets that's going to work against them in an environment outside of the hood.
Mr.
And then
Pickles.
you go to a school and you say, hey, you know what? My kid's going to school. Like there's laws where your kid has to show up to school, or they'll take it to parents, or the parents
Yes.
get cut off their assistance.
Truancies. Truancies.
Mr. Pickles,
So, yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Mr. Pickles, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Do they go to public school?
Hell no.
Okay. Now, why is that?
Because I'm going to tell you two reasons why. I've been around teachers. A lot of them are just collecting a check. That's just my personal experience.
I
I'm saying
agree.
all of them
I
like
agree.
that.
You do have
A
some
lot of them
teachers
just
that's like
collecting a
that.
check. Number two, you got how many kids in the school? Like 1,500, 2,000 kids that are teaching your kid bad habits you don't want to teach them.
Okay.
Now, I might be in a financial position to put my kids in public school, but the average person is not. I'm about to pay $1,400 a month as of 2 months from now for both kids to be in public school.
God bless you.
You mean
You know what I'm
private
saying?
school?
Private school. He means private school. I'm
I'm sorry,
right.
private school. I'm sorry.
I'm with him.
My
I'm with
bad.
you. I'm with you, Mr. Pickles.
So, just my experience in dealing with the public school, and you see teachers that don't care. I've seen teachers that don't care. I see teachers that set the kids off because they don't want them in the classroom. I've seen administrations or just kind of shuffling things around. I've seen a lot of stuff, but the kids that don't want to be there have to show up because they'll lose their benefits if they don't.
True.
Their parents get tickets if they don't.
Mr. Pickles, one more question.
Sure.
If you could not afford to send your kid to private school and your kid did have to go to public school, would you fear that your kid will go to prison?
Correct.
You would.
Facts.
Because of what I know.
Fucking
I know this personally.
So I fuck with you.
You can get a ticket in elementary school.
Yes, sir. Facts. They been
Misdemeanors
beating
in
up kids at elementary school.
Kids who don't have the
That's a
brains
fact.
who are not developed yet to make proper decisions, they're writing kids tickets.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Talk to
You'll
him.
when your brain
Are
stops
you
developing, you're
fucking
in your
kidding
20s.
Not
When
slow,
you make
but fast.
Actual, real, not even 20. I say like between 19 and 25, your brain will go through these changes, and you can actually make informed decisions.
Mm-hmm.
From that point, before that, even in elementary schools, your brain's not developed enough to make proper decisions, and they're writing tickets like crazy, and it's disproportionate to the African American community, to
Right.
everybody else. That's what's scary. And this is all factual evidence. This is all, you can look this up online. You Google this, school to prison pipeline.
Facts.
And one thing I just want to say while Dill Pickles is still on the line is that, Brandon, I know you were touching on schools outside of the inner city. Black kids that go to schools outside the inner city are still not getting the same experience as the kids that live in the
Exactly.
district.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So, hold on.
So
So for the record, I need everybody to understand where I stand. I agree with everything everybody is saying, but we're talking. Let's get back to what you brought the topic.
yes, I did.
Jaden Smith said
Mm-hmm.
that public schools are preparing kids for prison.
Yes.
Facts.
So when he says public schools, he's talking about every public school, not
He
just
did
the ones.
generalize. He
Exactly. So if
He
he
did.
would have said the inner city
But
public
think
schools,
about- think about
But
what
now
I
you-
just
hold
said
on.
a second ago.
I feel this is my point though. Now you being technical, and now you
No,
being
it's not-
too.
I'm
Hold
not
on,
being
yes, you
technical.
are.
I'm saying
because hold on,
facts. We're
because
talking
you
facts.
work in Culver City, which is not where.
for the record,
most
my kid
public-
goes to school
Okay,
in Culver
so
City, but
your-
I
so
actually
your-
work.
your-
I actually work in the LAUSD where my kids
Where?
is fucking troublemakers. I'll tell you that
Exactly.
right now.
But
That's
okay,
a
but
fact.
let me
So you
moderate
know what
for a
I'm
minute.
saying?
Hold
It's
on.
two different things.
Let me moderate
No,
for 1
what
second.
I'm
Let's
saying-
go
go
back
ahead.
to what I said just a second ago. Even when a kid gets bussed into a school outside of their home district, like let's say
Right.
Palisades, for example,
Yes.
Right.
I got cut off.
those kids are not getting
You
the
with us,
same
Mr. Pickles?
experience as the kids
Are you
who
still with
live
it?
in the district.
Hold
I'm
on,
still
AC.
here.
Are you
I got
still
cut
here?
off like 20 seconds. I'm still here.
He's
Okay.
still there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The kids that get bussed into Palisades and Westchester and all that are not getting the same experience as the kids that live
First
in
of all,
the district.
First of all,
NWA is
first of all,
he went to Tab
first of
They on a
all,
whole
he come
different
from a
track.
two-parent
First of all,
Whole
we're
different
not
track.
we're not gonna act like
Y'all better
Westchester
talk this business.
is that school. 'Cause
Well,
when-
no longer.
because when
It
I was
used to
I
be.
was in high school,
Okay.
kids that went to Westchester was fully gangbanging, but that's a whole different
Facts.
subject.
That's
That
facts.
was
different
after the
subject.
fact,
That's a whole
but they
different
still was
subject.
rich
That's
kids.
When you say
So
public
was Crenshaw
school,
kids.
hold on. When you say public school,
Mhm.
see, excuse me for a second. We gotta stop
Generalizing.
thinking about the schools that we know, the Crenshaws, the Washingtons, the Centennials.
The
Yes, they
Dorseys.
are all the Dorseys. Yes, they are all public schools.
Mhm.
But you have public schools that are outside of the inner city, that they're still public schools. And those
Give us
kids,
an example.
So we have to say public schools.
Name
in the
drop.
inner city?
you might Marquez.
Okay. Where's
I've
that?
worked at Marquez. That's over there off of Pacific Coast Highway, where their backdrop is the
Get your
beach.
kids in the
And what's the-
Marquez.
no, what's the demographic?
But
What's the demographic?
But
Hold
listen,
on. No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
tell you what the
listen.
demographic
What's
is.
the demographic?
I'm gonna tell you what the demographic is: Hispanic, Black, and then majority white.
What's the predominantly?
White.
Okay.
But again,
Hold
listen.
on. Go back to what you just said.
That's
What's the
a
predominantly?
public school. White.
Hold on. Even though it's a public, see, that's what we fail, and this is what upsets. Hold on. This is what.
Go ahead.
This is what upsets me as a black man because
Right.
I've been through it, and I
Right.
want to fight them. I used to want to be a thug. So
Pickles,
I live.
Pickles,
hold
you
on.
still
Do you
with us?
mind
Hold
telling
on.
us what school you went to?
I
Pickles
went
is
to
here.
I want to make sure
Crenshaw
you're
High
still
School.
here.
Okay,
I
he
just want to
went
make sure
to
you're still
Crenshaw.
I
here.
went to Crenshaw,
For the
which is
record,
a
he
charter
went to
school
Crenshaw.
now, and I also went to Woodrow Wilson El Sereno.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that the education ain't the same. I know that. Hold on. I did school. The reason why I am intelligent the way I am is because I read books.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
I am
We're
a
saying
reader.
the same
I am
thing,
a hold on.
bro.
No, we say the same thing, but
In a different way.
we disagree in certain points, which is great about
this is
human life.
beautiful. Right.
No,
That's what I love about life.
AC, I agree with he's saying.
Right.
Is the
You
teaching
just, you
effort,
just want it to be
hold on.
defined.
I think
Is
it's
the-
both.
Is the teaching efforts
And the
the
parents.
same in the inner city? Hell no.
No,
I'll tell you
no,
that
no.
right now.
Right.
Hell no. But we're talking about the topic that you brought up.
Right.
Jaden Smith said public school.
Right.
Had he said,
But you
Pickles,
generalized
hold on.
it. City.
No.
Right.
I'm just going off what Pickles said. I mean, not Pickles. I'm sorry, Pickles.
What Jaden
What
Smith
Jaden
said.
Smith said. Had Jaden Smith said inner city public schools prepare kids for
He don't
prison,
know.
I would have been like, okay, I
Okay,
agree.
but that's
I
different.
agree.
That's fair.
But
That's
I
fair.
understand what you're saying.
That's Jaden
That's
Smith
fair.
fucked up.
But I double agree. I mean,
double agree.
I
Double
double
down
agree.
on the agreement.
I don't know how you do it either. I heard it. I said it. Look,
How do you double agree?
I don't know.
mean
I don't know,
either.
Mr.
Double
Pickles.
down
Hold
on
on.
the agreement. What I meant to say is, let me go here.
You went to school in the inner city.
What I meant to say, I did. What I meant,
I don't
I
know.
say stupid shit. Hey, look.
That's my nigga, though.
What I meant to say is that I agree to disagree. That's why I double
You
agree.
know what? This is
I agree
beautiful.
to disagree because I agree that that he didn't know. He
So
generalized
then
public
don't
schools.
speak on it.
Right.
That's
But-
my thing. Don't speak on
Yeah,
it.
I
but
feel you.
also
I feel you.
I think that it's prolific or not even prolific because that's not the right word. I'm sorry.
Jack and
But
Daniel.
it's not the word. It's not the right word that I'm looking for. Right.
But you can't get mad at him. You can't get mad at
No,
him.
I'm not-
I'm not mad at him. I'm
it's
not
a
mad
good
at him.
statement to make
I'm not
for
mad
a
at
rich kid. I love that.
I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't matter if
Because
he's
rich
or
niggas
not.
that I know don't do
The fact
it.
that he's using his platform
Yes,
to
sir.
make a statement
That's
that something that's going on that nobody's talking about.
yes, sir.
But it's false though, Mr.
That's
Pickles.
gone, Mr.
Okay.
Pickles.
Had he
It's
listen,
not false.
had he would have said inner city public schools are preparing kids
Brandon
for
needs
prison.
him to be
Not inner
specific.
city.
You have
He's
to
not
be.
You
fucking
know.
with the
You have
generalization.
to be.
Period.
You
Because-
really
But
don't.
You do though, because
You
listen,
don't.
everybody doesn't understand what you're saying. I get it. When you hear it, your mind automatically goes
To
to
where
inner
he
city
went
school
to.
I
because
say
that's where
public
you went to
schools,
school.
period. All I know is the.
Still?
Oh,
Hold on.
I'm gonna be honest.
Let's hear what he's saying.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I get all the points, and y'all make very valid points, and I agree with all of them. What he's saying is the way the school is constructed,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they make you think. All right. So when you say schools are preparing you for prison,
Mm-hmm.
schools they make you to obey laws, and they do.
Right.
They make you obey things, and they teach you how to think. They teach you how to interact, because if you really look at it, they can't really measure your intelligence in a school.
No,
They give you information. A test is you regurgitate information, and,
Right.
and they grade you on how much you can
sounds so
regurgitate
fucking
of
brilliant.
what they gave you.
absolutely.
So if you look at it, they are preparing you. If you look
show
at
up and get
the
bees,
prison
man.
complex,
It's a fact.
right? Most of the prison complex is privately owned,
right.
right? And if you go to high school, just high school, they don't tell you SHIT or shit about anything what the real world is. Pretty much, they're molding you to be a worker. They're molding you to go work 40 years for 40 hours a
Exactly.
sorry,
I
40
agree.
40
I
hours
agree.
a week and die broke.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay?
agree with that.
So
And with
is
cancer.
a prison. That is a prison
see,
because you
with-
confront.
I
Pickles.
agree.
Okay.
Pickles, I was
ladies
with you.
and gentlemen, hold on,
Oh,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on.
Because you're not in prison. I feel
Hold
like
on.
Let her
Because we only got 20 minutes left, and
ma'am.
Dill Pickles, for the sake of time, I
Right, right.
appreciate you calling in. This
Pickles.
was
Oh,
this was
man.
beautiful.
Fuck, man, you did
Dill
my,
Pickles,
you did
if
your
you
thing, man.
wanna call in for the next topic, by all means, but we're gonna get into the next topic for the sake of time, okay?
Yeah, I'm out. Fuck you. I'm out. Fuck you.
Whatever, nigga. Fuck
Hey,
you
Pickles,
too.
you a legend.
Hey, Pickles, fucking
That
legend.
nigga ain't no
Hey,
legend.
I fuck with you, man. Hey,
Hey, fuck
Fat
you
Boy-
guys if you fuck
Fat
with
Boy
Dill
fuck
Pickles,
with you.
okay?
Hey,
I'm sorry, I
Hey,
love Redbone.
look,
though.
but the
I'm
nigga
sorry,
was on
bro.
Thank
the
you.
roll.
I
Thank
double-
you. Come through for the red bone, okay?
I double fuck with y'all.
Hey,
look,
Pickles.
Right, come
Hey,
through.
Pickles is a
Come
motherfucking
through.
legend.
Hey, the
My
cold
look.
part. I was just gonna say.
He loves me on the low.
I-
Yeah.
He loves me on the low.
Look, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, damn, we got a full NH Pickles of talking without disrespecting,
He had to come with
and,
it.
and he went out, yeah, I'm out, fuck you, I'm out.
He would never get past that first interaction.
go.
I'm
Hey,
beyond
I
that
love
shit.
that
That nigga
shit, man.
full-
I'm beyond all the fuck
I love the conversation that we had.
No,
Look,
but Dill Pickles came with the
What's
shit
so-
tonight.
what's so ill about this shit, right? This type of shit I talk about on my show.
Right.
You get me? And you know, my uncle is in prison, and he calls my show. So I understand what you're saying, right? Right, B?
So I'm gonna guess your uncle went to public school.
No.
Leave,
Exactly.
okay, let's
Hold on.
ladies and
Hold on.
gentlemen.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah.
No.
yes,
No.
ma'am. Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just
we
listen,
only
ladies
got
and
like
Shut up.
Ladies
we
and
only
gentlemen,
got a
that's
few
just
shut
the
minutes
up.
comedic
left.
side of me. Don't.
I want to
shut
make
up.
sure we touch on this last topic, and I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a
Let's
feeling
do
that
it.
y'all gonna get extra litty about it.
Go
Okay.
get 'em.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, last topic of discussion for this evening, since we've been talking about all kinds of things this evening, we talked about Section 8, right? So I saw
Section
a
8.
video on
You
Facebook.
talked about Section 8.
You brought that
You
shit up
said it
first,
twice.
nigga.
No,
Don't
I
forget.
think you was the first person.
He did. Thank
Okay.
you.
You was
Come
the
through.
second.
Come
Okay,
through.
okay,
Oh,
second.
you leave me hanging. Okay.
I've been
Thank
drinking.
you.
It could be true.
He gonna catch you. He gonna
So,
let you know.
Never do that.
point being,
Not Redbone.
I saw a video.
fucking kidding
I saw a
me?
video on Facebook about tiny homes. I don't know if y'all.
Tiny homes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they building them.
elaborate.
Bitch. They building them at Trade
Let
Tech.
me elaborate.
I'll go
though.
there. Y'all
Hold
need to
on.
stop playing.
Hold on, Sway. Hold on.
Hold on, Sway.
So, the tiny homes, nice as a tiny home. It's like a little community, right? It's like legit, like a tiny home. You know, it's just enough for you to have shelter. You know, and They have a community of them, and I think they said the rent was like maybe like $250 to $350. Okay. They don't even have like an actual bathroom or anything in there. It's like a little communal area for the bathroom and the kitchen and all that. And they're required to work in that community for like, I think they said like maybe 10 hours or so per month. Point being, I wanted to bring this up because I'm glad you guys are here tonight because I feel like you guys have a lot to add to this.
We have some shit tonight.
Yes, y'all with the
I
shit.
love B. Don't ever forget that shit. We was arguing, but I love B.
A lot of people love me.
He's a young Kanye over here. He kind of look like him too, low key.
A lot of people do love me.
I love being devil's advocate. I double agree. I always tell niggas that.
He said I double down on this agreement.
I always tell niggas that. I double agree.
So
you
listen,
already know the deal. Public school make a nigga know better.
Wait a minute. So let me ask the question now. Let me ask the question.
Let her get the question on. Let her get the question on.
So with regards to the tiny homes, we getting back to this Section 8 issue,
We're
right?
Tiny. We're toony.
Right? No, for real though. I wanted to ask you guys, do you think that perhaps instead of having this ongoing like chronicle of Section 8 where it could be passed down as inheritance to the next
Section
generation?
8 can be passed down?
Yes. Motherfuckers inheriting Section 8.
Hey, we all need that.
We all need that, right?
Fuck the system.
But my point is that do you think perhaps if instead of having
I'm a Black Panther. Y'all better stop playing.
Instead of having
real shit.
You ready?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're ready. Okay. Instead of having the Section 8, which is an ongoing thing, a perpetuating cycle, which never ends, and it's not teaching self-sufficiency at all, right? It's actually promoting you to stay below the means so that you qualify for it and you want to, keep your shit low, right? Perhaps would tiny homes be the solution, right? Because obviously you don't want to stay in like this tiny home forever. It's like enough shelter for you to not be on the street, right? But it's enough for you to feel like, okay, I got this shelter. I got to pay this $250, $350 or whatever in order to be in this little tiny home. But I know that I only got a year or two to stay here. And then after that, I got to get my own shit. Perhaps if we substituted the Section 8 program for the tiny home program, do you think that this could be beneficial to the low income community? And I'm not going to say black community. I'm going to say low income because it's other people besides black people.
Man,
a lot of Section 8.
Wait a second.
Let's be honest.
White people more poor than us. Y'all better stop playing.
Right.
Don't ever forget it.
Okay. Now listen.
On that
topic there,
the lowest population of people who are under the poverty line are fucking
white
Caucasian. Don't you ever fucking forget that.
Not in Los Angeles.
He said, "Don't you ever?"
And I can only speak on Los Angeles because that's where I live at. Okay. So I don't. Whatever happens outside of Los Angeles, I don't know. And you might be right, but I can only speak on
real life, man.
But what you were talking about, though, I'm not about to stay in no motherfucking tiny home. And I didn't know. Wait a second. I didn't know that Section 8 can be passed down.
Yes, it's an inheritance.
Okay, look, wait. Let me get in on this now.
Yes, so child.
Now look. Now my mom's had Section 8, right?
Yeah.
So when mom's passed, and since I had custody of my sister, it was they rewarded me because I still have my sister.
That's a beautiful thing.
You know what I'm saying?
God,
it was cool.
Great.
It's cool, but I let it go because I started making a certain amount of money.
Respect.
And they was like, "Oh, well, we're paying $90 now."
Respect.
I'm like, well, shit, I don't need the shit. Then if it's $90, what am I using y'all for?
Wait, you had to pay $90 a month?
No.
They're paying $90. He got to pay the rest.
I started making a certain amount of money to where they was like, okay, you making this amount where instead of us paying, they used to pay what, like $900 something dollars.
Yeah. You paying like $100.
Yeah. And now we're paying $90 since you make this amount. You got to pay the other however much of $12.50.
Let it go.
I let it go.
Why
would I take a sick day or a personal day to go down there? You know what I'm saying? So it do get passed down. But
so you mean to tell me if I have a voucher?
That nigga B ain't no fucking joke, man.
Hey, if I have a voucher, I'm telling you, if I have a voucher for like $2,000,
You mean to tell me that
you ain't gonna get no 2 racks voucher? Let's start there.
Okay,
maybe 1300.
That's not true.
Hey, clearly you
How
can
many kids
tell
you
I am
gotta
not
have?
on
That's what I'm
Section
saying.
8.
If you got a gang of
I don't
kids,
know.
if you got a gang of kids, you can
Okay,
get.
so let's say I get a voucher for $1,500.
Right. Let's start there.
And you mean to tell me I can pass that shit down to my kid?
Yeah, you better
Yeah.
fucking wreck.
Yeah.
you
Well,
better
here's the
fucking
first thing. Here's the
recognize-
first thing why I love it. Here's the first thing
You
why I love
love
it.
it?
Here's the first thing why I love it.
Brandon,
Wait a second.
you said you don't fuck with the.
Hey,
I didn't say I didn't fuck with the government.
He
Well,
don't
the public
understand.
school.
He
Hey,
one of
listen,
us,
no,
but
no,
he
no.
don't understand.
He don't fuck with the
don't know
public
yet.
school.
God.
Here's
Hey.
the thing why I love it.
Tell
Hey,
me,
I
please.
fuck. I
Here's why I
fuck
love
with
it.
School and I don't.
Here's why I love it. Here's why I love it.
Double.
Here's why I love it. Because if my kid does go to public school and he ends up in prison and he ends up getting out of prison or whatever, and I'm on my deathbed,
He gonna need that.
I can now provide Section 8 to my kid
Yeah.
where he be good.
Yeah. He gonna
And
get this
still
issue.
sell drugs.
Now he ain't gotta sell
Oh
That's
my
the
drugs.
problem.
god! Oh
This
my
nigga took it.
god!
Hey, for the record, this nigga just took it
Oh
somewhere
my
else.
god! He said he gonna
Yeah,
sell.
man.
He gonna trap
If a
out
nigga
the
ain't got no
Section 8.
fucking-
Hey, wait,
That's
hold
what you gonna
on.
think he'll do.
Hold on. For what? I'm sorry I got to do this to you, DJ FatBoy. For what DJ FatBoy to tell the nigga his kids can go sell drugs now?
Get the cricket.
The criquitos.
I had to get in the crickets. I ain't got the crickets. I didn't know that nigga look like.
He get the crickets.
I got to get the crickets.
He
But
get the crickets.
Now, I don't
You
know.
see my chin? My
Yeah.
chin was like.
And hey, so look, this is what.
Neighborhood.
Hey,
That's the fuck. we
Hey,
said.
look, this.
Don't do that. You
Hey.
know my cousin in prison
Hey,
for
look,
20.
this what I'm
15 years for
saying.
that.
This all I'm saying. I don't know.
Hey, look.
I don't know if it
God.
can be passed down just because, but I know I got it. I only got it because I had custody of my sister.
Right, and in
And
your
since she was
situation is
on
a
it,
little
she-
different situation.
She was
though.
on it with moms, and since I got custody of my sister, she's still on there. My sister was still on there. I got
Right.
custody of her. They're like, okay, you're her guardian now, so now you have it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you just, end up passing and you got it now,
Council night.
but me personally, I think that
Hey, listen.
Section 8, I think Section 8 and food stamps should be only good for 3 years.
I don't.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you,
I agree.
I'm
I
gonna
ain't
tell you
gonna
why.
lie.
Look,
I
Hey,
do.
listen, B. Before you continue with this, you about to have motherfuckers look at you like the way they look at me.
that's fine. No,
Are you
look,
ready for this?
I
yeah,
love
look.
that,
Let me tell
though.
you. Let
Are
me
you
tell you
ready
why.
for
I love niggas like you.
Hey, are you ready for
Because
it?
I can have a
Let me
conversation
finish.
with
Look,
you.
I'm
No,
about to-
niggas ain't gonna want to hear the truth, but go ahead,
Yeah,
talk on
I
it.
love that.
This
shit.
is why it should be 3 years max. Now, unless you're older,
And, or you can't get it right.
you know what I'm saying? If you older or handicapped, that's totally different. Now, if you're able-bodied and young, like say you come out of high school, right? And you apply for it, you got a child in high school and you coming out of it. Okay, you get on Section 8, you got your child. Now in 2 years, it's stipulations. If you're gonna have it, you have to be at a junior college. And in 2 years you get your AA.
Okay.
Now you got AA, you should have a job, where you can afford your 2-bedroom apartment. Now you're gonna have
And that's without Section 8?
no. So
yeah. Can I was gonna say, can I
The
say
goal
something?
is to get off.
Because
Hold on,
I gotta speak for me.
Brandon,
Why?
You
I gotta-
cannot be on both ends,
Why?
Brandon. You can't
I gotta-
be conscious and ratchet
You know,
at the
no,
same
no,
time,
no,
Brandon.
No.
I just
Because it's
work in the
supposed
I
to.
system.
slept with Brandon
Let's
until
go
he
see
got
the
my
kid.
fuckery,
I'm smart,
Brandon.
but I'm
Let's
working
go
in the
see.
system.
What do you mean,
Why not stay on Section
Brandon?
8?
Let's
Why
not
not
go
stay on
the
Section 8?
because
But look,
Why not?
but look,
Brandon.
but look,
Why
but
not?
look.
Tell me why I
No,
should
I
say
am not
that.
coming to your Section 8 apartment when they're doing the fucking
Why I gotta be apartment?
inspection,
You
my
do
nigga.
know,
No.
you know Section 8, some places take houses.
I understand that, but I need you to elevate yourself, Brandon.
Why? How do you
Because
know-
you're
but-
better than that.
But you
Let me ask
wouldn't.
you a question.
But you wouldn't
I
know
don't-
if he had a house.
Talk to him.
If he had a
Talk
house
to her.
and it's not an apartment
Talk to
or
her.
whatnot,
Talk to her. She
like
wouldn't know.
when I had it, you wouldn't know where I was at.
I don't
You-
want you to be on that shit forever. I'm
But you
not
don't
saying
know.
don't
No,
use
not
that
forever.
shit to your,
I
to
think
your
it hurt.
advantage.
I think it hurt people.
It does because it's
It-
a crutch. It's no different. Like the difference between Section 8 and the other government programs is that there's no time limit on that shit. There should be a fucking time limit. That's all I'm saying. Yes, Brandon, I'm sorry.
no.
Now, I
I'm
feel-
giving you a hot 5 years. That's a long time, my dude. I'm giving you 5 years to get your shit together.
Now,
If you can't do it, my dude,
I
I'm
can
sorry.
see now. I can see 5 years because
5 is a good
five,
amount of time.
in 5 years you should have
You can
you should
finish
have
your
a
program.
you should have a bachelor's
You
in
can
5
finish
years,
your
right?
program.
You should have a bachelor's.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Brandon,
Because I know
you
a
can
lot of
do
niggas
it.
with degrees that ain't doing shit. and it's not their fault because
Well,
jobs
let's get
ain't
into
hiring.
that. Why?
Man, listen.
Because jobs ain't
I
hiring.
think-
Bullshit.
Okay, look.
I got a
Hold on.
cousin. I got a cousin right now
Hold on.
that has a criminal.
We got.
What does his
Who is
mama
it?
do?
Yeah.
What does his daddy do? Oh, no.
What's
No, his
up?
Y'all
daddy's a
think
good
that
dude.
shit
His
is a
daddy a
joke?
good dude.
He said with his
Y'all
Y'all
brother.
think that shit is a
What
joke?
it do?
That
This
shit
particular
me.
again. What's
Yes,
going
sir,
on?
brother.
What you got? You back on this situation?
I'm back on the situation.
What's up?
This is
Pickles?
what I want to say. What's up, man?
It's
What's up,
Pickles.
Nancy?
What the fuck is the deal, Pick?
This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say about the situation. If they'd have offered me $90 a month just on that subject, I would have took it and bought some new tires every year.
Oh my god.
And I would tell you why. Because if you don't take it, if you're in that situation, if you don't take it, it's going to go to somebody else who's not
And go
putting
fucking
into
take
the
the money,
economy.
B.
You ratchet, Dill Pickles.
I agree, Pick.
He
Hey,
ratchet.
Pick. Fuck him.
Now, the reason why I didn't take it because I have to with Section 8. You have to go and do. You got to go on yearly
Fuckery.
appointments
Fuckery.
to redo your stuff.
Okay, and I get it. You probably don't want the hassle or whatever. When
That
I
part.
think about the Section 8
paperwork.
part, first of all, the teeny homes are stupid.
That shit
Well,
trash.
compare.
Pickles.
Okay, Dill
Pickles,
Pickles. Hold on.
I agree with you.
Wait a minute.
I'm not saying
now.
no little
let
ass
me
tiny home.
ask him
I'm
a question.
agree. I like small
hold on.
homes.
Hold
I'm
on.
lying.
Compared to people who are legit homeless, I pass by tents every fucking
Yes,
day
I
on
agree.
my way to work. Dill Pickles.
Yeah, but let me
Compared
ask you
to
a question.
that,
Where's
a
that coming
tiny
from?
home is a full ass roof over somebody's head.
I know. Where's that coming from?
Where
Why do you think? Like, think about it, right? Think outside the box. Why do you
Mhm.
think they want to build little tiny fucking homes?
right?
Right? They don't give a fuck about people being tents.
No, they
Well,
don't.
but that's the
Well,
thing.
at
They're trying to prevent people from
No,
being
that's not
homeless
Pickles.
on the
That's not-
street.
that's not
Hold on,
Pickles.
y'all. Hold on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
They trying to prevent people from being homeless on the street. Let's be honest. If we want to call a
Bullshit.
spade a fucking spade, that
Bullshit.
shit brings down property values and all that shit when
bullshit.
people
If
are
you're
in
building
fucking
tents
tents
in a
and shit.
certain area.
Everywhere.
That's why-
It doesn't
bullshit.
matter where you are.
No,
If a
that's
tent is
bullshit.
on the
That's
street,
bullshit.
that's just bringing down the value, period.
Because where
Okay,
I come from, the
I'm-
property value
And
is
it's not
already
fucking
down.
safe. It's a
So
public
this
health
one-
issue.
Where I
so-
come from, the property
no,
value is already down, and they don't give a fuck if you put in a tent over there. It's the moment when you cross La Cienega.
Correct.
Not
That's-
even.
that's
I'm
when
talking
it's
about
like, oh, it's a problem.
Koreatown.
Hey,
I'm
look.
talking
Oh,
about downtown. I'm
bullshit.
talking about
Okay, when you
I'm
cross
from the
Wilshire.
ghetto.
When you cross
Yes.
Wilshire. If we going north and south, it's when you
Correct.
cross Wilshire. If we
Oh,
going
I'm a-
east and west, it's when you cross La Cienega. And
Right.
the only reason why I say that is because I was a kid that was living here when the LA riots was going. It was all good when we was fucking up shit in our hood. But the moment you went to that
Exactly.
Fedco that was on La Cienega, they was like, whoa, National Guard was there. Like, okay, you niggas have gone far enough.
But let's be honest, even in
That's a
Inglewood
fact.
right now, Inglewood
Pickles.
is.
But that lets you know
Hey,
why
come on,
Hold on,
Pickles.
y'all.
Hey,
Hold on,
Pickles.
hold on, hold
Hey,
on.
Pickles. Hey,
Let
one
me-
thing
let
about
me
Brandon
pose
Lawrence,
this
when Brandon
question.
Lawrence steps on here, he ain't gonna do nothing but talk facts.
Let me
I
pose
love
this
it.
question to Dill Pickles.
That's what
right?
FatBoy do.
All right.
That's
go
how
ahead.
we-
Go ahead.
So
Okay.
let's even bring up Inglewood for an example, which is a quote unquote hood, right?
Now,
But okay, Kanye,
See,
okay, but
Okay,
my
I'll
thing
say-
though is that there are hella tents popping up on Century, over in the little back skirts over there in Westchester where they didn't try to expand.
Westchester's
the,
not
Okay, well,
Inglewood.
so let me tell you why that's going on and why we have the massive expansion of homeless. And when you have undocumented Americans in here that's pushing
Undocumented?
everybody out, and that's in the
It's
community,
undocumented.
undocumented Americans or illegal aliens. So it's wherever you want to call it. Okay.
that's what
I want to call it the actual word.
illegal,
Okay,
illegal
okay.
aliens. He just told you.
Undocumented. He said
Let me finish the idea.
undocumented.
They're
I'm
called
on his
aliens.
head because he don't fuck with me.
He fucks
You
with
get the
you.
explosion of people with tents and the homeless people. So when it gets to the neighborhoods where they don't want to see it, they want to subsidize these programs and say, okay, we're gonna build teeny little houses, right? But you don't understand. That's created a microeconomy. People get paid for building houses. I'm gonna tell you how you get paid. You might not get paid directly, but let's say you want to volunteer so many hours to build these little teeny houses. You can write that off at the end of the year.
So do you think it's better to have them on the streets in tents versus having like
No.
an organized program that keeps them?
Who are they hurting being
Accountable?
on the tents? Being in the tent?
They're hurting themselves, Brandon.
How?
They're making money
That
off of
shit
it.
ain't healthy.
No, they're not. They're
It's
making money off of
not.
it.
I
they're
see
not.
this shit every
you gotta
day,
stop being
Brandon.
fucking Republicans.
It's not healthy.
I'm not
What do you
Republican
mean?
No,
at
no,
all.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
tell you
God,
why.
Dill Pickles, please come through on this
You're a
one.
Democrat, huh?
How
Dill
are they
Pickles,
hurting
you
themselves?
Dill Pickles. I know
You're a
you don't
Democrat,
fuck with
huh?
me, but you got to come through on this one.
Okay, so let me
The tiny homes will keep homeless people off the street in a protected shelter. And it has an organized program associated with it, which will teach them
Where are they
skills.
building these tiny homes?
Well, now I got to chime in. Hold on, Deal. Look, that's not necessarily true because there's a lot of people that's on the street. That's on the street by choice.
Hello.
That's
Now,
facts.
but
I'm talking about the people that want the help.
Hello.
Because you got to apply. We're not going out recruiting. These are people who apply.
Now, there's a lot of people on the street by choice, and when they get money, they get monthly bread. But what they do with it?
Monthly bread, $221 ain't bread, my nigga. I spend that shit over the weekend. What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you what they do.
Well, if that's the case, $221 ain't gonna pay for the mini house.
I'm gonna tell you what they do with their money. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you what they do with their money. I'm gonna tell you what they do with their money. They contribute to the community.
How, Sway? How?
How,
Sway?
By helping a local drug dealer get some new rims.
I'm tired of you.
Okay. By
outta
helping
here.
him get that new video game. By helping that nigga.
I'm tired of it.
I ain't good enough.
Is that AC talking?
No, that's Brandon talking.
That is me.
I get what Brandon is saying. Okay, I understand that.
Why would he think that was me?
What I'm saying is this. Okay, they're doing it to create a cash flow off of misfortune of other people. That's all they're doing. They're making money off of it. So they're going to sell you. They're going to sell you. They're going to brand it a certain way, saying, "Hey, you know what? We're trying to help people. We're trying to do this. Mm-hmm. It's going to solve two problems.
Okay.
It's going to make what's in their community. They don't want to see it, so they're going to do something about it. So they're going to pretty it up. Number two, they're creating jobs for people who want tax write-offs, people who's building the teeny homes, people who's running the program. They're creating a job. And guess who's paying for that? Your tax dollars. Me, you.
But I don't want them on the street,
Dill
Pickles. If I own a home, let's say I don't own a home yet, but I will eventually next year.
I'm about to get
Dill Pickles, let's keep it 100 right now. If you a homeowner, do you want fucking tents and shit outside of your shit?
I do.
You can't stop it.
Yes, you can.
None of it.
Tiny communities could end that shit.
Hey, AC. For the record, can we get the demographics? Can we get the facts about these tiny homes? How many square footage is it?
Okay, we gonna report back.
How many square footage is it?
It's probably like a couple hundred square footage. It's not big at all. It's just enough for you to put a little cot.
No, I know some people who's living in low income housing that's probably got like about 800 to 1,000
But that's my point, though. How is that teaching them? But that is good.
Some
but
is smaller than that. Single.
You have to understand. They're subsidizing property. Somebody owns that.
Of course.
Somebody owns what?
I get what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. I understand. It's helping people. Yeah, you know what? And I understand that, but you understand the devil behind it.
Can I ask you this, Dill Pickles? If I give someone a 200 square footage box versus giving them a 800 square footage apartment, okay? Which one is going to give the person more incentive to get the fuck out and be self-sufficient? The 200 square footage box?
Nigga had that motherfucker meth lab the fuck out.
Neither. I'm going to tell you why neither.
Tonight.
I deal with certain people that create these programs.
Okay.
And when I say programs, it's not even with the tiny houses, even with government systems. I deal with these type of people. They're creating jobs. They don't want you to leave the tiny house because you're creating a microeconomy. See, they never want you to get off of government systems because you know what? They have to tax somebody to pay for that government assistance. Mm-hmm. So the American citizen who's paying all these taxes, especially in California, is creating a microeconomy to creating jobs for people who work for government who don't have felonies.
Okay.
So, you know what? I get what you're saying, and you know what? It's very noble and shit, but
wow, that's a compliment, Dill Pickles.
No, it's not. It's not.
You don't have to hate me forever.
It's just me a way of saying that you're stupid. What I'm saying is,
you know what? He loves me secretly.
All jokes aside. But what I'm saying is, they're creating an image. Before we create this microeconomy, we're going to say, hey, you know what? I see. And don't get me wrong. I'm not racist or anything, but I see white people do it all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, they create a what you call a movement or drive or.
Well, white people have trailers, right? And they just park their shit wherever the fuck they want to.
No, it's called no camping. I know what that is. But what I'm saying is, they create a awareness. You know, so a nonprofit organization, awareness for this or awareness for that, right? Mm-hmm. But what they're actually doing is creating jobs.
Oh,
And, or
my God.
when it could, so I'm donating so many hours. So at the end of the year, I can say I can write these hours off, or I'm creating a job where I'm getting government funding to help me help people. They're not really interested in helping people if they're getting fucking paid for it in some shape, form,
I
or
feel
fashion.
you, but at the end of the day, if it keeps motherfuckers off the street,
They're always going to be on the street.
Wait, so you're,
All right?
oh my God.
They're always going to be on the street.
AC, you're for the Tiny Toon homes.
I'm for people being encouraged to be self-sufficient. And I will honestly say,
Do you think
and
that-
I'm very pro public assistance at times because I feel like it helps people get a little
But at
push,
times
right?
you feel like it hinders
But
people.
I do feel like, at least with the welfare program, they put a time limit on it to where it's like, okay, you got a hot 4 years to get your shit together. What's the deal?
But do you think?
But with Section 8, that shit is never ending. You could pass that shit down from generations. I don't
I love
want
it. I
my
love
daughter
it.
to feel
I
like
love it.
this is going to be her inheritance.
I
I want
love
to
it.
inherit property to her, not
I
no
love
fucking
it.
Section
Why?
8. I'm
Why?
just saying.
Why?
Because we better than that. That's
Why?
why.
But this is the problem. This is the problem. I see too the modes of thought. I agree with both of y'all, but this is the problem with the thought process in that. Okay, they are making mechanisms where it's going to. I understand to keep you there. You don't want to pass out a generation,
Right.
generation. Okay, I understand that, but that's not even designed. The reason why they designed that, they're not. These people who create this shit is not stupid. All
They
right? can fix
are.
this
Well,
shit if they want.
they're very smart. They designed it to keep us in the system.
No, they designed it to make money off.
It's generational
Hey, can I talk
poverty,
on
them
it?
pickles.
They designed
Can I
It's
talk on it?
generational poverty.
Can I talk on it? Can
Of course
go
you
ahead,
can.
go ahead.
Can I talk
Go
on
ahead.
it? So here's my thing. Let the comedian talk. And I'm about to be serious. Not even on no funny shit.
You've been serious the whole night.
I have been. Thank you, AC. I appreciate it. So here's the thing, right? I get where you're coming from, AC, where you want the person to get off of Section 8.
Yes.
But at the end of the day,
Not the beginning, but then.
at the end of the day, if I educate my kid, you got to understand what comes along with owning a property. And for the record, my grandmother owns property.
Okay.
For me to say it like that, it's a lot. I'm not going to disclose it, but it's a lot.
Right.
So what comes with that? Property tax.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not done.
Uh-huh.
It comes with property tax.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It comes with, if something goes wrong, you got to pay for that.
Okay.
You got to come with, most times in LA, we pay what? What's the bill that we pay? Water?
Mm-hmm.
Water?
DWP, yeah.
DWP? All that
Right.
shit like that. So what I'm saying is,
Mm-hmm.
if you can pass down to your child Section 8,
Mm-hmm.
where they can live in a decent neighborhood or a neighborhood that's decent, and they don't have to pay DWP, they're gonna have to pay electric.
Brandon, no.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
I
Let me
can't.
finish.
Unfortunately, I'm about to shit on you, but go ahead.
I
let me
can't,
finish.
Brandon.
They gonna have to.
I thought you was
No,
better than that.
listen. I am better than that.
Well,
But
then,
what I'm- but
then
what
do
I'm
better,
saying is-
Brandon.
What I'm saying is,
Please,
what
I'm
I'm
begging
saying
you.
is, if I can pass down
Fuckery?
that shit,
You wanna pass
however
down
you want to
fuckery?
call it, however you want to call it, that my
Can I-
kid, if I die, if I'm on my last, I got 30 days to live, and I can pass down this Section 8 to my kid.
Pass down property, Brandon. Goddamn. What's up with y'all?
For what? Because once I die, it does not
AT
matter.
Hold on,
Can I
hold on.
come in and Brandon's defense real quick?
When I die, it doesn't matter.
Can I come in and Brandon's because I understand what Brandon's saying. This is what Brandon's saying. Okay, this is why the system is broke.
Talk to me,
All right?
Pickles.
You got illegal immigrants who's doing that right now.
Come on, man.
Okay,
Come
All
on.
right? And what they're doing, they're holding the property there, and they're passing people through who's not being documented on that property, and they're saving their money and going buying property with it.
Come on. Come on, now.
Generation after generation after generation, and that's why predominantly the things that was in place for blacks to help blacks out are now predominantly Hispanic because we've been pushed out of our communities because
Come on, man.
they figured it out.
Talk to him. That's
I
all
get
I'm
what you're saying, Brandon.
That's all I'm saying. It's a cold system. If I can pass this down, like my man B right here, my man Byron right here. If he's my son, been ready. Okay, I'm sorry. If I can pass it down to him, he's my son. If I can pass it down to, and I lived at my property for 50 years, and I can pass it down to him in Section 8 where he's only paying a portion of what the shit is really worth. He's only paying $200 and he's going to stay there for another 50 years. That's a fucking come up.
Fuck a come up, Brandon.
Wait. This is where I come in at. Look,
shit.
hold on. Now, this is what I'm saying. He's only by you wanting him to stay there that long, he's not going to grow.
Thank you.
How is he not growing? He has a house.
No.
Brandon.
I just told you. Wait, hold on. I just told you. Once I start making a nice amount of money, they start paying less.
Okay, if you make that much of money, then you can now. Hey, I'm done with the Section 8. I'm gonna go get my own shit.
But you don't want to be done, Brandon.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
And that's cool too
Okay.
if you do that. But what I'm saying is, hypothetically speaking, let's say if you don't make that much money, you're now secure that you have a house.
Assuming you don't. But what's going to give you an incentive to make that much?
Hey, listen, dude. You only live one life.
Brandon,
you only live one life. And if you got it to the point,
only Brandon's missing is the plan to bring other families in for them to make money, start businesses where they don't have to pay for the rent. See, the thing is, the economy is all the inflation is going up right now.
Hell yeah!
All right, and you look at if you watch the Hispanic families, they're living 2, 3, 4 families in one household. That's only Section 8. Okay.
You said almost. Okay, define that. Define that.
Okay, so they have one family or one person's on Section 8.
Mm-hmm.
They'll move people in there.
Right.
And you might not even see them until that night when they come in. I guarantee you, in the neighborhood that you're in, I guarantee it's flooded with cars.
But that's not Section 8.
Mine's is where I'm living at now.
I get where you're going with this, but that's not Section 8.
You can't park on the street.
No, right. See, the thing is, they're using a mechanism to gain a foothold in the communities they want to take over, and that's what I'm saying.
But I still consider that self-sufficiency.
What I'm saying is we have failed as a community, especially African Americans.
Black people have failed.
Yes, we have. Black people, and I use the word black people and African American, just people know what I'm talking about. All right.
Here you go with that African American shit.
I'm just serious.
We're not from Africa.
You're an American.
Oh my God! Is that?
And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you say
country?
black,
Tell me. I'll wait.
Okay, I'm gonna just explain to you real quick because I messed up last time because I was laughing too hard and it came out wrong. So let me clarify.
He always says some shit came out wrong.
Hey, listen, not to cut you off, Mr. Pickles. Okay? I did my 23andMe, and I come from the Goree Islands, which is right off of Senegal.
Correct.
So,
well, at least you know. Nigga, I came from Inglewood, off a region in Inglewood Ave. What do you mean?
Okay. Oh my God, the rough parts of Inglewood, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm
mixed. Okay.
And I got degrees, masters. What do you mean?
Black. I'm using the word black because I'm saying from certain demographics, American. When you say I'm black and you claim as black, when you go outside the United States, you're not black. You're an American.
That's facts.
Okay.
And that's why I label myself as an
American. That automatically means second-class citizen.
That African American shit is just like a classification that's created by the U.S. Census, which is not accurate. That's for people who came from like Nigeria. I got homies that's like first generation, U.S. citizens. They parents are Nigerian and all that. I don't have homies like me that grew up in Inglewood whose parents is from Alabama and shit, where they don't know what African country they came from, who's claiming to be African American.
When you claim, as I'm saying, when you claim I'm black.
You're
not even. No, you're an American.
I'm a black American. Yes.
No, you're an American. When you say black, that means second class citizen. But let me fast forward back.
It don't mean second class. It's black.
Hey, pickles. I'm gonna let you continue. But for the record, when I fill out that little census or whatever that shit is called,
you put other, right?
No. I agree with you. I look at myself as American. Fuck that.
But they don't have an American option. It's either white Caucasian, black African American, Asian Pacific Islander,
but
non-Hispanic.
Think about it. When they say American, do they say Caucasian American? No, they don't.
Nope.
They say Caucasian because that is identified as American.
I'm American, just like you said.
Exactly.
I've been here just as long as a lot of motherfuckers. I'm American. I feel what you're saying.
I'm black.
Well, let me fast forward it. So I can tell you what they're doing.
We got to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Okay, give me like 15 seconds. So what are you doing? They're having one person hold the Section 8, right? And they're bringing families in who are working these jobs underneath the table, where they're collecting wealth and they're shipping it back to. They're putting it in banks, they're putting it in IRS accounts and all this other stuff. And when they retire, they go back to Mexico and they're getting dividends over there and they're living like kings back in Mexico. Okay? I'm not anti-Mexican. I love my Mexican people, stuff like that, but I get what they're doing.
Me too, especially the women.
Okay, exactly.
Really?
See, I did that on purpose.
Really?
I did that on purpose just to see how black.
You triggered her, right?
I didn't say triggered. Hey,
but hey, I gotta go. I talk to you later.
We gotta go
hold
too.
on. Hey, Pickle, before you go, you want to say anything to AC?
AC,
Hey, for the record, hey, y'all, if y'all can see the way AC just looked at me.
To my home check, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Been ready. Brandy, y'all cool. I'll talk to y'all later,
Hey,
right?
fuck you. And tell Pull Up to be soft on that ass next time, okay?
Hey.
Tell him to be gentle.
I will,
use Vaseline.
It
helps. Vaseline matters.
It's been a crazy wild night.
Hey.
For those listening that didn't hear my voice that much, this was planned out. I was sitting back.
Can I spit something to this beat?
Nah. Hey, look, I was sitting back. Hey, I said nah. I was sitting back and I was watching AC do her thing, and also, I think I solidified.
This night shows that I still need you. Period.
My host.
I can't do it for myself. It's a unit. It's a vibe.
It's a unit. But I also got. I believe tonight solidified the spot for a show that I'm producing and executive producing called Cats and Dogs.
Hello.
By I think the host. I got it.
Hello.
The comedian Brandon Lawrence.
Hello. Hey, listen. If y'all listening, still follow me on Instagram, Brandon Lawrence Funny. Y'all need to come out to a show. Come support. I am born and raised in LA. Come support me.
He's pro Section 8, y'all.
What?
Hell yeah.
You got any shows coming up?
Friday, June 29th, I'm at the world famous Comedy Store that's in Hollywood on Sunset.
All right, come through.
The show starts at 7 o'clock. The tickets is $10, 2-drink minimum. Come out, man. I be talking some shit that a lot of dudes is gonna feel. Females might be like, but that nigga is talking some real shit. Come out.
Yes, sir.
And y'all will see me again on Seriously Not Another Podcast.
Yeah.
This is very, very fun. I love it.
DJ FatBoy.
Hey, FatBoy in the fucking building, man.
Well, where can they find you at?
Hey, man, you can at me, man, at GWells45, man. On Instagram, George Taylor on Facebook. Man, we here, man.
Your name is George Taylor?
Hell yeah.
That's your government?
That's my govy. I just gave you my govy. And
you want to plug your radio show? Go ahead, plug your radio show, man.
KVCM 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio. FatBoy in the building, man.
FatBoy in the
we
building.
We do it all
man.
day, man, at Valley College, man.
AC
and Streets Republic, man.
Streets
Republic. That's what we do. We here.
Hey,
we here. Hey, can I say something real quick? Hey, man, real talk. If y'all still listening, y'all gotta support our locals, man.
Yes.
Support my boy FatBoy on his radio show. Support Seriously Not Another Podcast. Hey, tell y'all friends, tell y'all cousins, tell y'all sisters, tell y'all baby daddies.
Support B.
We gotta be. Hey, listen.
Support B.
The only way we can do this shit is if we support our own.
Yes.
I understand y'all want to go for the Kevin Harts and all this, the big boys and all that, but them niggas all start
right here. Talk to him, B.
Hey,
this nigga B.
Talk to him, B.
Hey,
wait a minute.
Hey, I understand
support
all that.
Your locals,
I'm
man.
sorry, but y'all talking over the track. Track about to go. I gotta cut the goddamn show off.
Hey, follow Seriously Not Another Podcast.
Seriously Not Another Podcast, and we didn't even get a chance to do the goddamn thing, but we'll do it next week for the tickets, the paintballs, and and to get on
tea bags.
Get on
if you want to turn up with the co-host,
I can't believe we just sat here and did the outro through the show.
Hey,
hey,
listen.
The co-host podcast,
the co-host
being ready, AC
into eating ass.
Funny Brandon Lawrence.
I like Redbone.
DJ FatBoy 2G. We about this beer.
Are you fucking kidding me?
B.